And hello, hello, hello. Hopefully everyone will get the notification that I'm live. And we have music this time! Whoop whoop! Hello, matey. How are you going? Can you hear the music? It's all groovy and tiny in the background. Nice and sweet. I still have to make my Discord announcement, but we'll do that now. Let's make that announcement. So, music? Yes, no? I'm on standby at the moment, just to wait for people to get notifications and for things to come in. Stream is now live! Hello, Louisa. Nice to see you back again. We are, well, on standby at the moment. And I have music! Can you guys actually hear the music, though? I'll get the link for Discord to share. We'll just... there we go. Haha, doing homework while watching, that sounds awesome. And yes, awesome. At least we've got some funky music to go along with everything. So we've got about a minute left before the stream goes fully live and I actually start doing things, so that's pretty cool. I've got some awesome animations and stuff set up for anyone that subs. It's the devil's hour and I'm out of it, but I'm here. Hey, Mimiface, how you going? Louisa, what time is it where you are? Man, it doesn't matter what I do. For some reason, we just kind of end up streaming when people just are in the dead of night somehow. I don't think my time zone works for absolutely anybody. But it is now 8 PM and we are ready to transition into our Fancy Smash new live stream. Ready guys? Ready guys? Watch. But damn! How awesome is that? So I'm trying out the YouTube chat. 3 AM. Oh my god, guys. So it's all right for the people in Europe, but the USA got a little bit funky, did it? So, do you guys like oh, that test thing is apparently still there, the test donation thing that we did. John did not donate $36 to my stream. It just says he did because I tested it on Streamlabs. So, I don't know how to get rid of that, actually, to be honest. Maybe it'll go away now. No, it really hasn't. But if you guys would all want to see the cool thing that I did with Streamlabs, I now have a Howard animation for when people subscribe. I'll show you, hopefully it turns up. Is it on stream? Did it do it? I'm hoping it did. Oh well, let's see if it actually kind of works. In any case, guys, we are now in... I should kind of get in full swing now to actually sit down and do some of... make a character called John. John subscribes and gives me money. That's the way it goes. Alright, so let's actually get into it today. We ended up leaving it where we were starting to put gradients on things and do parts of the background. I think we need to do some extra gradients before we start doing some shading, but after that we'll get straight into it. So I'm actually pretty stoked to see how this all ends up turning out, largely because I haven't done an artwork this big in a very, very long while. And so I think I'm going to pick out a nice purpley colour to do the purpley blue kind of colour to do the background. You're going to resubscribe. Well, I appreciate your resubscribe. Is that like renewing your vows to me, guys? That's pretty cool. Let's have a look-see. I think we might have to make this a little bit warmer, actually. Let's try. I think I like that colour. All right, so we're gonna start adding some shading into here. I was meant to be doing gradients. I just said that, but I've decided, you know what? I'll do that afterwards. I'm slightly ready to just kind of get into the nitty-gritty and start painting some stuff in. Well, not painting, but you know, like cell shading some stuff in. So everybody is up at 3 a.m. in the US of A, it seems, and I apologize for that. But I suppose at the very least, people in Europe and things will get a stream at some kind of reasonable hour. I really do need to put up that straw poll for when you guys actually want me to stream. But right now, I suppose I just make the excuse that I just need to get this done. This is amazing, is it? I'm hoping that I'm doing okay. I really do kind of want to make sure that that I make the streams, you know, high quality for all of you guys. Simply because, yeah, I am new. I've said it the last 2 times I've streamed, but I'm hoping to improve the quality of the streams and all that kind of stuff. You know, in like every time I stream, I hopefully want to have something updated for you guys. It's probably later everywhere else. Well, it seems that you and Moo Face seem to be in relatively the same time zone, I suppose. And it turns out that time zone is just the wrong time zone for 8 p.m. in Australia. So, you guys, tell me, how are all of you? Are you doing well? I know that Mayte is hanging around doing homework and stuff. Let's see if I can just, oops, minus that. There we go. My homework or watching the live. You should be doing your homework. as much as I'd hate to admit that, you should probably be doing that. Maybe you can just listen to me ramble on while you do your homework. What subject are you doing at the moment? So let's get up under here. Hopefully you guys aren't annoyed by the funky music I've tried to add into the background. I've added it quietly, but I don't know if it's too loud or too soft or whatnot. What are you saying what to, Louisa? I'm in the middle of drawing, so I can't really gauge context at the moment of the conversation going on, kind of like in chat, I suppose. Oh, you like the music? Oh, that's good. So yeah, I just want to try and make all of my wonderful awkward silences not so awkward. By having some music in the background for when I kind of stop talking to concentrate, or when I don't quite know what to say anymore. Oh, doing physics. That one's a fun one. Everybody loves physics, right? Or at least I did. I liked astrophysics quite a lot. So much so I went and I did it at university for a while there. Until they shut my program down. But yeah, physics is fun. What kind of physics? Alright, let's figure out where we've got some more of this shadow coming in. I think we'll just place it randomly over here, I guess. I'm not really putting it anywhere per se. Maybe the underside of the trunk will have some diffused lighting coming through this way. We'll see how we feel after that. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna make the light come kind of like, oops, kind of like this way, I suppose. And there's some shade cast by some of these tree leaves. So yeah, anyway, is the chat better this way, or did you like last stream's chat better? Because I'm using the YouTube chat at the moment, popped out in a window just so you guys can see how it is. Or did you like the custom chat from last time? I don't think that color is gonna work. I'm just curious to know about like how you guys feel about stuff. So yeah, let me know. Let me know which chat you prefer, because ultimately chat is you guys, and you guys being able to read chat better on screen, I suppose, or for later viewing or something may kind of make a difference. So just, yeah, let me know and I'll choose whichever chat you kind of like better, whether it be the boxed one from yesterday or the YouTube chat. You like custom chat. I find that I think the custom chat's a little bit clearer in terms of, you know, being able to read it. It's faster. The custom chat's faster, or the YouTube chat's faster. Wendy, or Louisa. I'm just gonna call you Wendy since that's what you've got on YouTube chat. I'm just gonna call you Wendy. I know who you are. It's fine. YouTube chat is kind of bland. Okay, yeah. I was just having trouble with it refreshing and stuff last time, that's all. So I don't quite know how I can really customize the YouTube chat. I did kind of want a faster experience, so it'd update for you guys a little bit better. But as I said, it all depends really on how you guys feel about it. Probably another thing to poll, I guess. So I'll definitely try and put a poll up for that too. There's so many polls I've got to do. I've got to like make this massive list of polls. So yeah, just shading in, you know, like a branch or something. I kind of don't have a plan right now. I'm just doing whatever. And hoping that it looks good at present, but it should work out. I'm pretty confident it's gonna work out. And if I don't like it, what I'll do is at the end of things, I'll probably go back and I'll use the eraser tool and take some areas out, add some areas in that I feel that it needs. All right, so we've got this going on. So we've got a tree. Hello, tree. Kind of like a shaded tree, and I've got to make sure that I get all these bottom little bits in so that we can kind of sort it out. All right. I'm using this kind of purple color for warm areas of the color spectrum, because it looks really weird and kind of muddy if you use like this kind of warm color. Yeah, this kind of warm color on something that's not the same. Hello! Is that you, Louisa, again, with one of your like 50 million accounts? I'm just gonna select that. There we go. Make that a bit better. Alright, we need to come in here, and maybe all of this is going to be in shadow, I would say. Were you testing? I did. It's your name on Discord at the moment, Louisa. Of course I knew. I knew. I can tell. I am psychic and amazing. Not really, but I remember things. I remember things. At the very least, I remember things. I think that's probably one of my best skills, is being able to remember stuff like that.
Even weird stuff.
Even weird stuff. By the way, little Boxle is in the house. Everybody say hi. I think she's sitting here for the last 15 minutes before bedtime. Just kind of hanging out and watching the art happen. So, yes. Yes, I did know. I didn't hear a subscribe thingy go off though. So if you did that, I'm not sure if there's lag or whatnot with it, but yeah, hopefully something like that happens. Hey, little bee, everyone's saying hi, little bee. Hi, you might want to say it a bit louder. I don't know if they can hear you. You're so quiet.
I don't like talking loudly. You
don't like talking loudly. Oh, I think you're the opposite of me then, because I seem to talk very loudly all the time. Yeah. So little bee is kind of hanging out where we're just doing our thing. I'm not like I'm trying to, I don't know, get the shadow to give us a little bit of shape and a little bit of detail, a little bit of character to the tree, but not too much. Obviously we kind of want to make Crafty the real focus of the banner. I just really want to kind of give this background a little bit of oomph. The little ninja be the most silent ninja in the world. That she is. That she is. I can tell you right now. Half the time I don't notice that she's come in and, you know, has decided that she's going to scare me. Because she does that. So let's add this kind of small detail in for here. We'll probably go in a little bit with a smaller brush at the moment. We're only doing broad strokes right now. We'll probably go in and fix all the actual major details soon. Oh, maybe now. We'll just do it now. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Right. So I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, maybe one of these. A couple of those. One of these and a little bit of those and things that go up the tree and do all that jazz. Alright. So, and we're also going to need some shadowing in up here. I suppose we may have to add another layer of shading up in this tiny top part. Just because there's going to be so much shading going on, we may actually need another level of shading. And this rope here is not, here we go, put that up there, is not being shaded. Alright, so this is what we've got. So everybody, you guys should totally tell me how your day has been going. There we go. Now let's shade some of this koala while we're here. Give him a kind of one of these lightings. That's the kind of the beauty of shading on one layer. You can just keep adding, because I'm using a certain kind of layer style or layer mode at the moment, which is multiply, which I kind of like to use for the whole piece. Whether or not I do a couple of colors doesn't really matter, but it kind of adds the ability to continue how would you say, continue on your shading in the same vein without having to keep making multiple layers on top of one another. So I can just kind of make the koala a part of this tree layer, and it's all just one layer. So if I ever end up in the situation where I go, oh no, I really don't want that to be kind of that color anymore, I can then change it if I want to. So as you see, this color kind of complements both browns and the grey of the koala really well. I think it's going to do really well for the this color here too. It's going to give it a bit of oomph. And you're asleep most of the day so far. Well, considering it's 3 AM where you are, I would say that seems reasonable. That does seem reasonable that you're asleep for most of that time. The fact that you got up to come to the stream is absolutely insane, and of course I love you for it, but I hope you understand that if you need to sleep, you should go do that. You should definitely go do that. So let's kind of make the road have a kind of a bit of shadow over here. How has my day been? I got up, I did a bunch of work, kind of, for the stream and stuff, and I took, you know, Little B went to school, we picked Little B up, we did some shopping, and was in general, you know, that boring grown-up kind of day. Hey Lost, welcome to the stream. How are you? don't be afraid or shy to say hi, ask questions if you feel like. Everyone's really super nice. Let us know where you're from, and if you're staying up ridiculously late, like some of the other people on the stream are, to catch this one. I'd really like to know, actually, because as I said, the daytime streams that I've done don't seem to be ideal for anyone. So I was trying out some nighttime streams, but it seems that they're not quite ideal either. 5:18 a.m. Good morning, me. And 5:18 a.m. Wow. Oh my god. And I thought like everyone staying up till 5 a.m. to watch the last stream was insane. You guys are like coming online at 5 a.m. to watch the stream. That's insane. That's pretty cool. I love shopping for school supplies also. I am not in school anymore, but I'm really excited actually to go shopping for some new some new planner stuff, which is releasing in like on the 1st of September. I'm pretty darn excited to get online and do some shopping for that, because you know I'm an organization nerd. as well as everything else, I'm an organization nerd, so I really like my planner. Well, planners, multiple. I have multiple planners. So that's fun. But you know, I'm one of those people that if I don't write it down in a planner, I actually physically never end up getting off my butt to do anything. So it's kind of important that I color this big rock. I don't think that much, but like this. Yeah, so I think for me it's really important, because if I don't actually do my planning, I physically just can't figure out what I'm meant to do for the day. So it's that's kind of a thing. Well, same, yep. So I'm kind of a bit that way. I'm actually pretty stoked with how even this beginning shading is kind of turning out, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, so but yeah, thank you Lost for tuning in, saying hi to us all, even though it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and Moo Face and Louisa. I'm absolutely appreciative of the both of you being online at 3 o'clock in the morning to say hello, and come stream with us. Come stream with us. Come stream away. Oh no, let's not hear Boxle sing. Actually, I do think singing art challenges are going to be really funny, because I do break into song quite a lot, even though I can't sing at all. It's kind of hilarious. So, I'm interested to know you guys' opinions as well on other stuff that you'd like me to do streams on. I know that story time, where I read books and whatever in voices and stuff, seems to be a popular idea, but I'm kind of compiling this massive list at the moment to see what people would like most for out of the streams, other than, you know, some drawing tutorials and stuff. So if you guys have anything you definitely want to see, other than, I know that we're definitely doing the t-shirt design with Sir Dapsalot. He's definitely going to be a stream. I was thinking about obviously doing some community sketch streams, so where you guys tell me stuff and I incorporate it into a sketch. Q&A? Yeah, well, if you want a Q&A now. Like, this is a ramble stream, so if you've got questions you want to ask about me, about, you know, all that kind of stuff, you can definitely ask them now. Because I'd really like, you know, some direction for the rambles to go on. So yeah, if any of you do have questions about whatever, whether that be art or otherwise, shoot, let me know. I will actually... I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So yeah, just if you've got a question, ask it. I'm not one of those people that tend to really prepare for Q&As I'll just answer it since I'm one of those people that tends to answer questions a lot. So I'm kind of okay with whatever you guys decide to throw at me. Oh my god, I've got like elevator music going on right now. I'm so happy. Is it weird? Does anyone else like elevator music? I like weird, jazzy elevator music type stuff. It kind of makes my soul happy, even though it's terrifyingly boring for most people. My favorite Steven Universe song, Like a Comet, by far. I'm a very, very big Mr. Universe fan, and I love Greg so much. So I really did like a Comet, and I also am a fan of oh, my mind's just completely blanked. I'm a Star. So yes, so I really like both of those songs. They make me happy. Also, one of my favorite cover artists, Caleb Hiles, he did a song from the musical Dear Evan Hansen that kind of had this mini fan fiction at the front of it about Greg going on, you know, stage and stuff, and it was actually a really, really awesome kind of Greg cover, which kind of made me happy because Greg doesn't get enough attention, I don't think. Even sometimes I miss my floor because of the music. Yes, Caleb is epic. Caleb is wonderful. I really do like Caleb. I also like a lot of his Fall Out Boy covers and stuff. And Little B is sitting behind me like, yes! Because she loves Caleb Hiles as well. So Little B and I kind of listen to him a lot, and like the Steven playlist that he's got going on. So... and if anyone hasn't heard of Caleb Hiles, just go Google him. He's kind of like an institution, I think. He does a lot of stuff with Jonathan Young now, I'm pretty sure. And they kind of do the anime openings as well as Disney and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, I do think Caleb deserves to be some kind of Disney prince at some point. Just because, you know what's really funny? I know all of these, I know a lot of small YouTubers, but like all of the people who have like 8 million subs and stuff, I really don't know any of them. Favorite Caleb song? Honestly, I really, really love his rendition of Bang Bang. Princess. I really loved his rendition of Bang Bang. I thought it was supremely well done. So, I like that. Yeah, he's great. And so I'm pretty into that kind of jazz. And obviously I'm also into jazz. If that much had like, and funky stuff, if that much wasn't obvious from the choice of upbeat funk that this channel seems to constantly use. Alright, let's get this kind of in here. Let's do this a bit. There we go. Oh, you haven't heard of it. It's I think it's like Ariana Grande or whatever. It's like a cover of one of those pop stars that I don't particularly like, but I liked the way Caleb sang the song or whatever. Yeah, it was a bit interesting. So let's put a shadow underneath his foot here. There we go. Oh no, you lost your pen. Oh no. I hate it when I lose my pen. Especially since the pens I get are usually, I have to order them from Japan, because the ones that we make here in Australia are just not thin enough, and it drives me up the wall. That I don't like writing with fat pens, so it's kind of sad. But it's the truth. I like thin pens, and I cannot lie. Yeah. Did you lose it at school, Mayte, or somewhere else? It's under the table. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Yes, I'm glad you found it. I hate losing a pen. It's just not okay. It's not okay, bro. Alright. Let's have a look-see. What do you guys think? Let's make it one of these. Glad you found it. It's so funny. I love people that correct themselves in chat. It makes me happy because they're like, "Oh my god, I made a mistake." No. let me tell you the correct way I was meant to say that. It kind of makes me happy when that happens. I do it all the time. I correct myself constantly. All right. So, we've just got the trees and some of the rocks and ground in, and already I think that's given it a lot more dimension, which is going to be great. I think the background trees, they need some shading in the back there. Wherever I managed to put their, there they are, their layer. Hey, Crafty, how you going? Glad you could make this stream. I'm in the middle of doing all of your stuff, obviously. I hope you like the look of it so far. I'm just working out all of the small stuff at the moment, like all the background detailing and whatnot. I'm onto the, well, I should say detailing, I mean shading, just block shading. Everybody said hi to Crafty. Awesome. So here I'll give you a big picture of how it's going, Crafty. So we've got some background shading in at the moment. We haven't got any eyes or character shading. We'll do that last, and then we're probably going to fix the lighting at the end. Yes, this is her banner. Her banner is being done right now. So we're doing well. We're probably going to switch over to a second color for shading at the moment, because we've kind of had enough of this color. We need a bit of a cooler color to go in with some of these trees right now. So let's do a couple of tests. Oops, that's totally not the right layer mode. Let's see. How's this one go? Oh, I think it might end up being too light, to be honest. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think it may be too light. Let's try this. We may need the purple for that one. That looks good. Maybe a little bit less saturated. Let's have a look. Okay. How much is the banner? You can go to www.boxle.net/commissions and you can see the commission prices for yourself. They start at $35 US, I believe, and then the more characters you add, the pricier it gets, because I have to obviously draw extra bits. So Crafty ended up adding quite a bit to this banner. But, you know, she did want it a bit more detailed than normal, with 3 characters and stuff like that. So this did end up being quite a big commission to tackle. But I'm actually really proud of how it's turning out, and I'm super glad that she's been so wonderfully patient with me, because obviously I disappeared forever, and because life gets lifey, if you know what I mean. Like it truly does kind of sometimes sneak up on you, especially when you're a mum. So it can really get tough, and she's been so super patient and wonderful with me. I just can't think of anyone really better to work with. So I'm really totally stoked to be doing her artwork. yeah, the link is definitely in the description. The website link and everything like that is all in the description. I think I may end up adding a second darker layer for the background, just so I can get some more definition in these trees. Make them look really foofy, I suppose would be the best word. Foofy. I want foofy trees. So yeah. no, honestly, Crafty, you've been so lovely to me. So I really do super appreciate your patience and all of that good stuff. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys think that my art's worth waiting for. Honestly, before this community, I didn't even think, like, really I'd get so many people wanting to have my art, or that people you know, would be interested in that kind of thing from me, because, you know, I always feel that there's so many better artists out there in the world than me, with a lot more creativity and stuff. But I'm finding that in like talking to you guys a lot, and, you know, really understanding, you know, why you guys seem to like my art, and how it's more so much of a style thing, and just, yeah, that kind of stuff. It's really been interesting and fun, and a big confidence boost for me. And I really do appreciate, like, patience and all of that kind of stuff when it comes to me figuring out how I'm meant to be kind of, you know, sustaining this kind of thing. But I do really want to continue doing commissions for everybody, and making art accessible to smaller YouTubers that may not you know, have too much of a budget going on for their channels and things like that. I do obviously like that people do want to pay me for my time, but at the same time, that's the reason why I try and keep them affordable. Or at the very least, you know, the word is try. I do try and keep them affordable. There we go. We'll click on Crafty. We'll take the shadow out of her right now. That should be okay. Let's have a look. Alright, we're getting there. So let's go back here, go Control Invert, so we don't want him in our little don't want him in our little bit of background kind of deal. I'm just going through and messily kind of blocking in shadows and stuff where I think that they should go, kind of deal. I do kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure how I figure out where shadows are going. I remember it being like a super big problem for me when I first started out doing art. Like, everyone goes, how do you know where to put the shadows? And it's kind of like, I don't know, practice, maybe, ish, practice-ish, something to do with that. Something to do with some kind of practice, I suppose, maybe.
I put it in random places.
I put it in random places that looks good, says Little B. I suppose, yeah, that is kind of what I'm doing. As you can see, more light is coming from this way than it is through this way. And so I've kind of made sure that a lot of this was in shadow, and more of this kind of area that has light coming into it over this way is all kind of a little bit lighter, you know, with more areas that are just the base color. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully some of this makes sense to you guys if you are curious about all that kind of arty stuff that's going on right now, and the kind of thought process behind it. Really, my tree coloring, is just bubbles. I just make lots and lots of giant bubbles and see if it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, then it doesn't look good. If it does look good, then, you know, it looks good. The way, I suppose, the way that I construct it is like, if the tree is fluffy, you color it, like you shade it fluffy so that it gives it more dynamic. And if the tree, like this one over here, is saggy, you kind of color it in big droops of color, like rather than it being bouncy like it is over here, it's kind of like saggy over here, if that makes any form of sense whatsoever. I think maybe part of this little boy should be in shadow here as well, but when I get to character shading, I'll deal with that. I'm going to erase all of the shadow on the koala, so we'll do that too. Take the shading out of here. Saggy nipple trees, yes. Apparently that is what they are. I'm not sure how it ended up being that way, but that is the way that it ended up being. So, right, alright, let's delete that. I think maybe this color here would be a good secondary shading color for this tree in particular. So I do think that we can get some deeper kind of tones out of this layer. So that's a good 2-for-1 tip. If you can get a second tone. Hey Kenzie, what am I using to make this? I'm using Clip Studio Paint and a Wacom Intuos Manga. So this is a software that comes with the Wacom Intuos Manga. You get like a free 2-year license when you buy the tablet. So it's a fairly cheap tablet to get. You can get cheaper on the market, obviously, but yeah, I'm using pretty basic stuff to make this. If you want to know anything else about the stuff that I'm using, feel free. I'll answer to the best of my abilities. Yeah. So also, welcome to the stream, Kenzie. Nice to have you with us. I am B, and I'm obviously doing a bunch of artwork right now for CraftyMinerGal, who is in chat right now. This is her commission that I'm currently working on. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, if you do have any art questions or whatnot, you can feel free to ask me and I'll answer them. Okay, guys, I think my my playlist totally finished as well. It did. I need to go back to the start then. There we go. Not that I like, if you guys get sick of it, do tell me. Because I don't really have much music or anything prepared yet. Like, I don't have a full library of music that I can use on stream. So I'm using a lot of my free-to-use video audio that you would normally hear in the background of my videos. So that's what I'm kind of playing at the moment, is all that funky stuff you hear normally in my videos. Box fam or box squad. I was calling you guys box heads, but I don't know if that's an insult or not. I always thought it was funny because I always imagined all of us kind of sitting around with boxes on our heads, just kind of hanging out. Which, you know, could also be offensive, but I'm not sure. So, but actually, we should do a poll on that as well. I've got like this massive list of polls. We should do that that as a poll as well. What you guys would like to be called, my lovely fam or squad or whatnot, with whatever you guys would really actually like me to refer to you as in videos and stuff like that, because we don't truly have a community. Most badass box head ever. Yes, I really should just take some time now to put up like a straw poll or something, because we have so many. Boxhead sounds perfect. Well, that's what I thought, because I'm retarded enough to believe that you know, that's amazing. I think Boxheads is great, but then again, you know, that's me. I'm just like, Boxheads. Oh man. I don't think I can actually call people that. I wish I could. Well, actually, no, I probably could call people that. I call people worse every day, usually when I'm driving, because I'm one of those people that just gets angry at people who, like, when I drive. Not like to the point where I get out of the car or anything. I just yell really weird insults at them with my window closed, so they can't hear me.
I'm pretty sure you called someone a cuntlefish.
Oh no, yes I did, but don't repeat what I say in the car.
Sorry.
Oh no, okay. Oh, I need to really censor what I say around Little B when she's in the back of my car. I feel horrible now. I'm an Australian, I admit it. I say awful things. I think I need to censor that at some point. I need to censor that out. I apologize to everyone that I have had a really bad influence on my child. I'm not repeating it. I don't think YouTube or anyone who has actual sensibilities would be very happy to hear what she just said. It's alright, baby. It's alright. Just don't say it again. Oh, don't repeat it. That's all I can say. Don't repeat it. It is also your bedtime, Little B. Okay. Everyone's saying goodnight to Little B. She's going to bed. It wasn't like it's like a play on words. Because it's like cuttlefish, except, you know, not quite that. That's what it's based on, but yes, it's bad word fish. Good night, everyone's saying good night. Yep. Okay, off your bed. Whoops. Oh, well, there we go. That's my embarrassing moment for the stream, or the whole stream is my embarrassing moment, but, there you go, guys. I'm a terrible person. No, because it's going to be up there for posterity if someone does tell you. If you're going to tell her in Discord, not on the stream. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. I'm not very professional. Like, you guys think that I'm super professional or whatever. You guys think that I'm super professional because of my videos. But honestly, guys, let me tell you, in person, I have a horrible, horrible sense of humor. I think I need to age restrict, you know, my streams, just because that seems that it's like the thing that I should be doing. Oh, Lord. Alright. Let's see. We've got some good stuff going on this tree. Alright, so. Let's have a look. See, moving on from that wonderful topic of discussion. Aren't plums cheap? I actually don't know how to segue out of that. Look, a random segue. Everybody, look to the right. Or step to the right. Jump to the right. No, it is a step to the right. It's a jump to the left. Yes, I am a bit that way. Alright, let's add some more leafy green. Leafy green, kind of. And we'll give this a secondary colour here too. There we go. Okay. Yeah. You guys expect one thing out of me, out of my videos, and I'm totally not that kind of innocent person. I am more lively during a stream though. I will admit that though. But you know, you do get the awful personality that goes with me streaming, which is generally, you know, not too safe for work, I suppose. I am trying. I promise. I am trying to curb the amount that I want to swear right now. If I ever do face cam, you guys will see that I make the weirdest facial expressions when I do everything as well. It's just weird what I happen to do in front of my computer. And this actually extended to me working in an office, which I think is really funny, because they sat me in an office in the job that I work at before I went back to working at home. And what they would do is they would all wonder what the hell was going on in my office. Hello and good day to you, sir. We are going to build a nice little house today. This is what you're going to do. I'm all very professional about it. La-di-da-di-da. When you get me on the stream, I'm like, you know, just swearing a blue streak, making horrible dirty jokes. My child ends up, you know, telling you what I say to people that, you know, piss me off when I'm on the road. Yes, that is legitimately how this works. I hope you guys can enjoy it and forgive me for it, or something to that effect. Right, good night, please. All right, yeah. So welcome to my stream. But I actually don't. I'm one of those people that don't really change in the workplace, because I sit there and I make random noises at my computer screen, and all of my colleagues used to wonder what was going on, or if there was a cat being strangled, or Lord knows what they thought was going on. But I can tell you right now, it was literally just me kind of going meh 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 meh. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, sitting in front of my computer screen. And they were just like, what even is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know, I make noises, leave me alone. Accurate. Yes, extraordinarily accurate. I feel as though I am not particularly a family-friendly channel, even though I do attempt to be. Would you guys give me some feedback as to what you guys actually prefer? out of like, do you like my tutorial videos still remaining professional, or should I actually be this way on anything other than stream? Because I was usually saving lively B for stream. Used to scream in class. Science teachers are great though. I loved my science teachers as a kid. Mostly because they were just like, they were so weird that I fit in with them, and it was great. So I truly enjoy science teachers. Wink. Okay. My channel is perfect. Oh, Louisa, you're like my biggest fan though. You think everything I do is perfect. Which I thank you for, but I'm not sure is entirely accurate half the time. I can always be better. I can always try harder, I suppose, to do things. Delicacy in normal vids, weirdness in the live streams. That's what I thought would be the best way to handle things. I do like being able to have a younger audience, I suppose, enjoy or be able to watch the tutorial videos, just in case they really do want to make, you know, like a small village type thing or whatnot. And I do think that that you know, me being this kind of way might be a little bit difficult for parents, being a parent, to really condone them watching the videos. A 20-hour presentation. Oh my lord, that would be a bit much, don't you think? I mean, I'm having trouble continuing to like manage manage 3-hour live streams. Oops. Let's see. What else can we cut out of here? Alright, there we go. Now let's get this show on the road. So, this bush is lit entirely from the top, pretty much. Alright. So let's kind of spoosh that in the middle. I'm pretty sure if I said okay go, you'd be like, what? Wait, what? Okay, go. Okay, let's have a look at that. Ooh, we've got a bit of a... That's not the right layer. That is. Alright, let's kind of kill this sploosh here. Aww. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You really are. I love you so much. Like, honestly, I'm surprised, like, being such a small YouTuber, right? You guys interact with me a huge amount compared to what I expected. This bush is lit. Oh god. Yeah, like, you guys interact with me way more than I expected anyone to interact with, like, a small YouTuber. So I'm actually, like, super surprised whenever you guys come on and just decide to talk to me, and how many of you kind of stay around for the funsies, and I just kind of sit here going, okay, sure, amazing, guys. Like, I'm honestly dumbfounded every time you guys say that it's 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning and you guys have woken up and decided that, hey, this is what I'm going to spend my 3 a.m. kind of doing. So here's kind of what we're looking at the moment, just with a couple of layers of shading. We haven't really got everything done yet in the background, but we're getting there. We're almost there. So, let's see what we can do about this ground in the front here. Yeah, I find that that's kind of like detrimental to the big YouTubers, though. I mean, of course they can't see everybody, and I just did a dumb. Oh my lord! I just changed out of my my shading color. That's not a good thing. But let's fix this little part here first. All right. But yeah, I don't. Oh, it's not that it's a problem with. Okay, let's see what it's part of. It has to be something on top of it. Right, so it's this layer. Okay. There we go. It's the right color now. So I get that they can't, when they have like a huge audience, I get that they can't talk to everybody, but I appreciate YouTubers that try quite a lot. So this is how I work my shading. If you guys want to see, I've turned the layer onto its normal multiplication mode so I can get the right color back. And so yeah, it's like this weird blue kind of color going on. So if I turn the layer mode to multiply, it'll actually go kind of see-through, and that's how I like to do my shading, because then I can judge how what's the word? I'm at a loss for words right now, which is unusual, but seems to be consistent for streaming because I'm nervous. I can control how intense the color turns up. Right now this is on, you know, 100% color, but I can turn it down and make it much lighter. But I think the scene kind of needs the oomph of having this at its full, you know, its full, again, lost for words, it's full opacity. That's the word. I can word with you guys, right? You guys are fine. So, yeah, I'm just kind of going through and colouring all of that and taking out all the bushes so I won't murder them horribly with shadow. Okay. But if you do have like any other kinds of questions regarding, you know, programs or how I get something to be a certain way, I don't mind answering those. I think this grass, however, needs to go back and be at this colour. So let's take this one away and then we'll go back to multiply so it looks nice again, and we'll have a look see. I'm not sure. I think maybe that actually is more consistent with being the ground. So let's go with that for now and get a big brush, because all this here is going to be in shadow. And this part at the very least. And then we can take some of it out. Alright. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, this kind of feels more like it should be this color, just because the rest of the rocks and everything kind of have this kind of color going on, and I don't know, it just feels more like the ground and not part of the vegetation, which is exactly what it's not meant to be. This is kind of meant to be, you know, it's meant to be part of the ground and a little bit grassy, but it's kind of meant to be more dead grass than it is meant to be, you know, lively, lush kind of grass, which really in, you know, the outback or a lot of Australian billabongs and stuff, it really isn't a proper green, verdant oasis. It's kind of brown, and very, and you know, very, yeah, just kind of deserty, I suppose, in a way. I mean, there are lots of trees and stuff that are green and everything like that, like eucalyptus trees and things like that. But in general, they're a lot less foresty than I think most people would imagine, because the bush in Australia doesn't really tend to be all that green except for plants. So this is the reason why we're kind of going with this look for Crafty's banner, just because, you know, she does want it to feel really Australian. At least she's told me that she wants it to feel Australian, so I hope I'm not going too Aussie on you here, Crafty. If you're still hanging out in chat, let me know if this is not the way we are meant to be going with this. But yeah, it's more bushy than it is, you know, foresty, I suppose. And it seems to be, like, as I said, I had trouble kind of describing what a billabong actually was to people who weren't from Australia, the other stream. It just seemed to be a really uniquely Australian concept. Perfectly Aussie, sweet. That's good to know. So yeah, it was actually super hard to describe why or what kind of place I was actually drawing at the time, simply because a billabong is such a cultural icon for an Australian that we kind of grow up automatically knowing what it is, and we don't realize that other places don't seem to readily know what a billabong or how a billabong is, or, you know, what kind of ground or colors or that kind of stuff. The chat is very quiet. I suppose it's because I'm doing a better job of rambling today, mate. I think maybe. So yeah, it is kind of that way where I really did have kind of a lot of trouble describing it, because I suppose to people who live in desert land areas, I think it might have been easier for them to get the idea of what actually it is, but for people who live where forests are really beautiful and lush and green and full of like conifers or fir trees and stuff, so like stuff that's like Christmas trees, it's really super hard to try and tell them exactly what I'm kind of doing. But here we go. We've got some nice like vegetation in here now with the shading. I think that looks pretty. I'm actually pretty happy with that as it is. I'm gonna go back and add another level of shading with the blue kind of in this area back here, just with these rocks. Hey, and Siri went off. Everybody say hi to Siri. So I'm gonna go back and what's a billabong? That's kind of this scene. If you it's like as I said, a billabong is kind of like an Australian bush oasis. Think about it as if, you know, when you're in the middle of a desert, you think of an oasis. It's kind of like that. It's where a river or a pond or a creek or something like that goes through Australian bushland. There's usually a lot of red dirt and a lot of rocks hanging around. Lots and lots of bushes and shrubs and stuff, but never anything that's like a never anything that seems to be like a forest kind of thing. So Australian bushland is pretty unique in my opinion. But yeah, that's what a billabong is. I'm drawing one. It's a thing. It's an Australian thing. I hope that answers the question at least a little bit. So I'm going to add some extra shading to these leaves now. Just some more details. There's shading on all of those leaves already. Okay, I may actually add this color to this lovely child here. I don't know Crafty's kiddos' names, so I actually can't label them correctly, but I've simply called them Kiddo 1 and Kiddo 2. And this is Kiddo 2 right here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading to Kiddo 2, because it seems that, you know, this color here really suits his character, and we can get away with it quite well, just being on this lane. Unique, just like us Aussies. Yes, indeed, we are certainly unique to a lot of people. They're just like, I found that a lot of people just don't understand Australians and why we are what we are, or the way that we are, because I'm just like, I don't know, it's just the way that we are. How do I explain the weirdness of Australians to people? I don't know, I just am, so there you go. Kiddo 2 is Gaza. Alright, so we're working on Gaza. Wonderfully Aussie there. I love it. So we're working on Gaza. Gaza likes green. So his shirt is green. Okay, Louisa, yes, go to bed. It is stupidly early in the morning over there for you. Get some sleep before school. I assume that you are going to school, or if it's holidays. I hope that you know, get some sleep. Good night. Have a good one. That's another Aussie thing, I suppose. Have a good one. Yep, we are going to certainly miss you here in chat. Sleep well. All right. There we go. So now we've kind of got a little bit of shading in. We're not going to do his hair, and we're not going to do anything else other than his clothes, since they match quite well, I would say, to this kind of color. Normally normally it's the purpley colour I do for skin tones and things like that. I do think he may need a little bit darker shading though, so we might have to come back and visit that, but I just wanted to block some of that shadow in while we were working over there. Okay, so, water and the fish, I think. So, and I think we're probably, once we've done the water, for the most part, we're done with the background shading, and then we'll work on adding the eyes into all the characters and doing the individual character shading. We'll do basic clothing shading, I think, in this blue color, which is really, really nice. I think Crafty's going to end up having the warmer color shading on her just because that is consistent with her avatar. And yeah, ooh, we've missed some of these shrubs over here. We may want to have to go and do some of that. So, but once we do the pond, I think we're going to be all good to move on to character stuff. So, I'm super stoked about that. I hope you guys are super stoked about that. I was going to say, is stoked still an Australian word, or was that just taken off by like skateboarders and stuff? I can't even remember like words or anything. I am not hip and groovy. I apologize to everyone for not being hip and or groovy whatsoever. I'm hip. I am down with the kids. Can you tell I am down with the kids? I'm a horrible person. Let's move on from me making horrible things. Like horrible noises with my mouth. That means stop talking. All the awkward moments with Boxle right now. Then we are great company. It's just like, we are hip and groovy. We are down with the kids. Yes. Yes, we are. Do not question. Obey. Obey. Here, take this pill. Does this smell like chloroform to you? You are being taken for re-education to believe that I am hip, groovy, and down with the kids. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I need a donut of some description. I've got them like sitting here next to me, but I kind of just didn't want to eat on stream because, you know, donut eating noise, but I so totally want a donut like right now. I can tell you are so hip and oh so groovy. I love the word groovy. I don't know why everyone is just like, oh my god, you're so old. You use the word groovy. And I'm like, it is hip to be a square, child. Deal with it. So hip to be a square. Square. So hip to be a square. Awesome. I'm so glad that you've finished your homework. Now you can contribute to chat in a really weird way. And I just look, I have completely forgot to color this. Oh my god, his fishing rod is clear. that is okay, I dropped the ball there. I think I'm going to have to go back and color that after I finish doing the shrubberies. Anyone want to get me a shrubbery? A shrubbery! Oh man. Okay, so let's just finish coloring in these little plant things, so that we can get onto coloring characters, which is even more fun. Mad as a cut snake! Yes, I am. But I think that it's kind of boring if you're not weird. Like, everyone seems like kids that are little bees age seem really, I don't know, obsessed with being cool and stuff. Like, one of Little Bee's best friends is kind of really, what's the word? Worried, I suppose, or concerned about, you know, being weird or appearing weird or something. And I'm just like there going, Little Bee, if you are the weirdest person on the planet, I am so super proud of you because that's awesome. Kind of thing. I'm like, I would give anything for my kid to stay weird. Because, I don't know, I just think life is more fun being weird. The new iRod, the most transparent fishing rod by Apple. Here we go. I'll do an advertisement for the iRod. Let me just bring the mic closer to me. Very, very slowly, yes. Hello and welcome everybody to my stream. Here I am featuring the new iRod. Brand spanking new from Apple. This is the most transparent fishing rod on the market today. Get yours now. Only $2,999.95. Pre-order now. Okay. Oh, lordy. Okay. It is time to take the caffeine away from Boxle as I sit here just about to drink some more of it. So, right. Now that we've got those little shrubs all coloured in, and I need to do some of these leaves as well. I also need to fix this little layer here. There we go. So, when I was young, okay, like, I've got an excuse for that one. When I was young, I used to try and sell people things, because I don't remember it, but my dad, before, like, I think after he came out of the Air Force, he was a door-to-door salesman, and I remember in year 9 him helping me make up my my persuasive oral thing. It was like a persuasive speech thing. I had that I had to do, and he helped me. Like, they said, oh, you should do a real estate thing where you sell someone a house, and all these people did their orals, like their presentation, sitting down with someone, talking like into the table, like really quietly and everything. And what I ended up doing was doing this big, huge salesman act, selling a baby in a pram, this really huge, massive Uber computer. And I was the only one that, you know, wasn't just sitting at a table pretending to show someone a house plan or something. And I was there going, and of course she needs the smallest footprint, you know, and it's just like, and a mechanical keyboard, those little fingers will be typing in no time. Oh, look at that. Hello, baby, got a baby in a pram. What is she, 1, 2? Oh, she needs the latest in desktop computing supremacy. And so my dad and I always used to do that. He used to tell me a product, and he used to say, you know, okay, now sell it to me. And it was just the weirdest thing for a father and daughter to sit around a table doing until 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's what my dad and I used to do if I wasn't in our garage helping him do stuff on the computer, because my dad was a database engineer and computer programmer. So I kind of grew up with computers and stuff, and so he taught me how to program at a very young age. And yeah, I would spend like up until, you know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning just sitting on his knee, kind of doing what I was doing on the computer. I could type before I could write, but yeah, no, I really do like being over the top in that sense, you know, just kind of being weird. The weirdest families are the most fun. I will say that. I really do enjoy those. Hang on, we need to put the pics all the way up here. Okay, so now that we've got this done, now you guys should tell me some weird family stories that you have. Like, let's do awkward, embarrassing moment time. Because I've already had one of those on stream, and I need to not be alone. So yeah, but here we go. We've got all of the plant life and stuff kind of shaded in now, in accordance with what we're kind of going for. I think I'm going to be adding a little bit of shading to some of these clouds, just for funsies onesies, because I really like them. Though I think I may be making a new layer for that, just so I can bring the opacity down. So, make them look extra fluffy. Make the clouds look extra fluffy. But yeah, I really do like, I really did enjoy always doing stupid product placement at 3 o'clock in the morning with Dad. You know, like, I think my English teacher once said that I could sell Eskimos ice, or I could sell a person their own teeth. which I suppose is the reason why I ended up in the job that I am currently kind of in, which is, you know, a lot of marketing and all of that kind of stuff. Because yeah, I often like look at ads and I just wonder what people were thinking when they kind of did that kind of stuff up. I'm going to move this layer just like right underneath all of the characters so I don't have to erase too much. Hello Declan, how are you going? It is good to see you, my man. Everybody say hi to Declan. He is in the house. He is my lovely Discord moderator. So yeah, I very much enjoy seeing him around. He is about as crazy as me, so it helps. It really does help. Having someone that's just not as that is about as insane as me hanging around in chat. All right. Family meeting. Oh, because of rage. Oh no. Why are you sore, Declan? That sounds like a segue into a Cards Against Humanity game somehow, but that I don't really want to know how that ended up that way. But yes, let's make this brighter. It needs to kind of be a bit more funky. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. That's a bit better. I like that. Oh, B, animal blushes. Oh, work was killer, so... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I know the feeling. Is you're just like, they're going, why? Why me? Why are we doing the thing that we're doing? Alright. I quite enjoy the clouds looking a bit like that, so... Let's do the pond now. We need to add some extra color to the pond, and we need to do that kind of things. So does all yeah. So okay. I'm fine. There's a thing. I should probably clean this up and get Crafty's hair not looking weird. There we go. That's a bit better, don't you think? I think so. Okay, let's have a look. Pond. I'm going to have to turn the canvas for this one. You guys are going to be looking at this thing a bit funny. And we're going to make a really big... Oops, I need to highlight the layer so I don't colour in weird spots. Okay, let's... Right, let's add some kind of... Oh, I forgot to take the green stuff out. That's probably not a good thing. As you can see, you guys must know by now that, like, I just bumble through making artwork, right? You guys can tell that I'm, like, nowhere near at all professional at this kind of jazz now, right? I hope you understand. I hope you understand that this is like... This is B honesty hour, and I'm like the worst kind of artist. So like I'm just kind of sitting here going, oh yeah, this is a thing, right? It's a thing. We can make a thing happen. You turn your head to the side when I moved it. Yeah, it is kind of like that, to be honest. It's just that the way my hand pulls to make shapes and stuff needs to pull towards me, and I find it really really difficult to kind of do it at certain angles. So yeah, I kind of try to what's the word? I have to kind of adjust the way the canvas is so that I can continue doing a thing, like making it look okay. Otherwise it just doesn't, and it's probably going to end up looking atrocious. And I'm so glad that that it makes your eyes happy, Declan. Um, I'm actually super proud of this. Like, this is, like, I don't normally attempt super complex kind of background things, and it really is my weakness, like environments and stuff. It really is a huge weakness of mine to do this kind of project, and tackling it was super intimidating, actually. I've really found that I actually quite like working on this background, despite being terrified of actually doing the artwork when Crafty first told me what she wanted. Because I truly kind of was terrified in all those kind of ways. So yeah, I'll turn this back around the right way so you guys can see it. No, don't be sorry. As I said, I'm surprisingly, like, I feel really proud that I've managed to, you know, have a challenge and something to push me to really kind of, you know, go past that kind of weakness, I suppose, that I have with this kind of artwork. Like, because it's intimidating, yes, but like, now that I've kind of been doing it, I'm super proud that I can say, hey, you know, look, I did it, and I did a thing, and the thing that I did was good. So I'm going to add some cute little splish marks around here, just to highlight, I suppose, this area in the shading, but at the same time, we're going to be coloring this, so this isn't particularly the coloring for it, but it's more just to give an impact, I suppose, of how this is kind of working as a dynamic. I'm not super good at water or anything, like shading it, but hopefully this will be this will work out. Hopefully this will work out. That's all I can say. Is, like, for me right now, I'm most there going, I hope this works out. I hope it turns out good. So I'm just erasing certain parts that are that I know are going to not be in shadow, just because they're hitting up against stuff and causing a bit of splash-tastic action and whatnot. So hopefully that'll show too around here. All right, we'll take this part and give it a bit of a highlight, I suppose. Splish splash, I was having a bath all on a Saturday night. There we go. Let's just give that a bit of amp. Have I studied color theory? You know what? No, I really haven't, and I really do want to get into studying color theory, because I think it'd make my artwork really kind of come out. Like, even like artistic composition, like film composition and stuff, I can do, and like photography composition is like a kind of a thing that I can do as well. But art composition, you know, all of these artists that I watch on YouTube and everything are so good at it, and they you know, talk about color theory and cools and warms and all of this kind of stuff. I'm not really up to speed on it, simply because, as I said, I kind of self-taught myself stuff, and right now I'm at a point where I really should be thinking about, like, the colors that I want to convey and all of that sort of stuff. All right. Bye, Mayte. Thanks for dropping by. It was awesome to have you. But yeah, I really because the way that color theory works is that there's art color theory, and then there's like, or you know, like regular printing color theory. So color theory, when it comes to physically printing stuff, yeah, I know that color theory, simply because it's been a part of my job. Whereas the thing about this kind of color theory is that animation color theory is actually different. You use a different set of primaries to do it, and yeah, I found that really, really interesting. It's the reason why apparently you often find a lot of yellow skin tones and things like that, just because they look good with certain background color palettes. There are some animation studios or animations that I adore for their use of amazing color theory. And look, we're coloring the eye rod now. But like Gravity Falls for me is my really would love to alright, okay, the stream resumed. Yes? No? Yes? No? Are we back online now? It's back, it's back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently OBS just disconnected. Yeah, just hey guys. So sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I almost had like a heart attack there. I was like, conniption. But apparently YouTube just OBS disconnected from YouTube and stopped the stream for a bit, so we're back now. But so hopefully it'll stay good. My stream health bar is green for go. But yeah, so I'm hoping that, oopsie daisy, that we can like that I can be as good as, you know, the guys with Gravity Falls, and how their audio and stuff, well, not audio, how their background art and stuff happened and all of that. It kind of really inspires me, like to the point where it's just like I really wish that I could have that level of color theory knowledge and just, you know, bash out that background art like no one's business, because they do this really awesome kind of blur type effect, and it makes me ridiculously happy to see, you know, like blurred and bokeh type backgrounds in animations. It just gives it such an amazing aesthetic. So yeah, I haven't done cartooning or like animation color theory, and it is very different to print color theory, but I'm kind of muddling through and hoping that I'm doing okay. Hopefully these colors look nice together. And hopefully the characters stand out. I do think that I need to change the green of Gaza, but there is going to be another layer of shadow behind him, so I think that he may end up popping a bit more than he does right now, in that kind of sense. So, okay, we've done a little bit of the water, and we've coloured in the eye rod now. So, what else we got to do? We got to do the pickaxes, but we got to finish the background and the animals and stuff first. So I think we might take the purple from this layer here, normal, right, pick that up, and we may do the fish. Let's multiply that again. All right, in we go to the fish. So but yeah, who else has like animation kind of stuff that inspires them a lot? I'm really truly interested to know how you guys see animation or artwork and stuff, and how it inspires or affects, you know, you, if you have aspirations to do art, or just what you like about it, because, you know, just liking something is still pretty cool, you know, and the reasons why that you enjoy it more than other things. Like, I really love Steven Universe's simplicity in their backgrounds. Oh, it's so good. Gravity Falls though is like, man, I wish I could do that kind of level, and be that Uber. It's like, can I be that awesome at some point? I really would love to be that awesome at some point. So those are kind of my aspirations, I suppose. How's chat going? No one's talking. I'm wondering if I'm talking to myself again. My horror and surrealist artwork. Or you love horror and surrealist artwork. Yeah, what is it? I think you would, if you haven't, Declan, you should check out an artist on YouTube called Borodante. Borodante does SCP artwork, and oh my god, it's like terrifying. He did Baba Yaga, and oh, that gave me nightmares just watching him do Baba Yaga. It was actually masterful. I was very surprised. So we've added some color to the fish, some shading to the fish now, and I think we'll add the pickaxes as well in this warm tone, and then after that I think we can move on to adding eyes and doing some gradients and stuff. You love the Baba Yaga? You should check out his artwork of Baba Yaga. So Borodante, I'll type it in for you. Here we go. There you go. That's who it is on YouTube. He's pretty epic. He's a really good artist. He streams and does videos and stuff, and yeah, in general he is so much more uber than I am. But you know, he's a painter though, you see, and I don't do painting. I physically don't understand how to paint in digital art or even normally, to be honest. Like, I can't paint, funnily enough. Like, do you guys believe that I can't paint? Because I seriously can't paint at all. Everyone thinks that, you know, being able to do one kind of art makes it easy to do a different kind, but oh sweet lordy, it's not the same. It is really truly not the same. I really can't do like painting or anything like that because I don't understand how it works, like how they put all the color down and stuff first and then do the details later. Like, I need to sketch and then I need to do the line art, and if I don't have a sketch or line art, I can't physically do the artwork. It does. So like, I'm like, I can't do it, guys. I think like if I tried learning to do the art style, it may work, like, but at the same time it's just I have this really weird inability to be able to comprehend how paintings work. Felix Colgrave. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll have to check him out. So yeah, so who else like, you know, likes this kind of animation and or this like art styles and stuff? Like, obviously we have a lot of people here who are into like cartoony stuff, otherwise I don't think you'd be here watching me, you know, make cartoony looking stuff. Because I really do enjoy cartoons as a medium. Like, I just think that they're great. I love how you can have some cartoons or animations that are really whimsical, that deal with a lot of different I don't know, actual issues, and they're not afraid to deal with it or treat an audience like, you know, that they're not dumb or whatever, that they're smarter than you know, your average bear, really. And that, you know, the medium of cartoons can really bring people together, or, you know, bring issues to light and all sorts of things. I think Rebecca Sugar is obviously one of those people. I do think that when Alex Hirsch in Gravity Falls made it so that there was a more overarching plot rather than Freak of the Week, he realized that people could really totally handle more than, especially, you know, the kids that he was targeting could understand and comprehend more complex storylines as well. I think that the animation is starting to be taken way more seriously in that regard. Rebecca Sugar is pretty awesome. But then again, you know, I like Rick and Morty. I like Family Guy and American Dad. I like Archer. I like a lot of animation. There's actually a fandom around someone's final animation thesis project on YouTube called Welcome to Hell, and oh, I love the characters so much. I just want to do fan art of them. You know, that was so good. It was really interesting just to see that someone's animation final could spawn a fandom. So that kind of was pretty epic too. All right, pickaxes. Dun 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 dun. Pickaxes. Here we go. Let's just clean this up. Okay. Look at what we got going on, guys. I'm super stoked with this. This looks pretty awesome. We will add another layer of shadow after this. We're going to do some stuff with the water before we move on to colouring the characters. But all said and done, it's actually starting to turn out pretty decent. We've been going for an hour and 41 minutes, and I thank you all for sticking around and talking to me, keeping me company while I do this commission. It makes me super happy. If there are anyone who does want commission information, as we always say, check the link in the description. That's there. Mostly just for anyone watching it on replay, I would say. Okay, so let us grab a white color and make a new layer. Okay. We're gonna need to do some cool stuff. Actually, we're gonna need to put that layer all the way up here. It's gonna have to come up above the line art. Raise it above the line art. Hello, Golden Claw. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. I don't know if you're in my Discord, but if you are completely new here, hello. I am B, and we are doing some commission work today on the stream. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Say hi to everyone in chat. They're really nice. I promise they do not bite much. At all, actually. I do lie. They do not bite at all. They are wonderful people. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I will answer any of them readily, even if I've already answered them before, because, you know, people are new. People don't come in early. We can accommodate for that kind of stuff. Whoops. There we go. So, yes. I'll zoom out so you can see the whole piece that we're kind of currently working on. They don't bite. Yes, no. So this is the piece that we're working on. It's CraftyMinerGal's YouTube banner. Yeah. That is my cat. Tama has come to say hello and complain that I don't love him nearly as much as I love you. But that is, you know, par for the course with a cat. I would say that is par for the course with a cat. He's like, you don't love me! Why are you talking to the internet and not, you know, letting me sit on you and love me, mummy. So we're just doing some water effects here. I kind of like it where, like, water effects and things, I kind of put them on the highlight layer just so that we can have you know, some independent stuff of the line art. I just think that it's really nice to kind of go over the top of the black sometimes, but usually it's only when there's highlights going on. We're going to add some water. Alien Fur Baby Tama. Yes, Alien Fur Baby Tama is in the house. He's not happy. He's complaining so much. I really should have called him Monku in Japanese, monku means complain. So they say monku monku desu ne. You're always complaining. I really should have named him that as opposed to naming him Tama, which is round or like ball shaped, I suppose. Which he is. He's a tennis ball head, but I think it's a little bit different. You joined the Discord. Thank you very much for becoming one of our Discord members. We do chat a lot in Discord when, like, I'm pretty new to streaming, if you kind of didn't know. I'm all Orkies for the most part, and I try and be hip and not a square, but it doesn't usually tend to work. So if you like the weird, you came to the right place. So yes. Let's try and get some nice extra wavy bits kind of coming in here. There we go. You had a cat and you named her Sprinkles. That's an adorable name for a cat. I don't think about adorable names for cats. Although we're probably going to be getting my daughter Little Bee. We're probably going to be getting her a cat soon, and I don't know what she wants to name it, but honestly, if I had a second cat, I would really, really like to name it Manju, which is like a type of sweet, like a bun. Because I like fat kitties. Bee is hip and cool, and I am down with the kids. Oh man, okay. I hope you guys still love me anyway. Even though I'm retarded and a little bit weird for the most part. There we go. She likes sparkly stuff. That's cute. I do stuff with sparkly stuff for work a lot. I work in the beauty industry, so there's a lot of sparkles in the beauty industry kind of thing. So there we go. Crafty, how do you like this? Is it coming out good? I hope it is. I hope it's coming out to your liking. Okay, let's add some lighter colors on top of this water. My plan when I head to Japan next month is to find Pocky, empty your suitcase, and fill it with Pocky. They just released Rainbow Pocky. Declan. I'm pretty sure you're going to be all over that. Well, a couple of people that I watch on YouTube just did a Pocky. Pocky is a Japanese snack that is actually kind of really cool. It's like a stick dipped in different flavored chocolate. And yeah, you eat it, and yeah, it just comes in a box of long sticks. Kind of like a pretzel stick, if you want to go that way. So yeah, kind of like a pretzel stick dipped in chocolate, except not as salty and really sweet. Yeah. So like, yeah. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a biscuit. It's still kind of like a pretzel bread stick, but not as, like, not covered in salt and probably not made the same way or whatever. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is really tasty. Pocky is quite tasty. I enjoy Pocky a lot. All right. So let's have a look-see. All right. Internet failed you. Oh no. Is my stream disconnecting again? Is OBS deciding it doesn't want to do anything anymore just currently? I'm hoping that is not the case. That I'm going to disconnect again. So you guys tell me if I'm not live. I would really appreciate that. It still says that I'm okay, but I don't know if I'm actually okay or not. So What programs am I using? I am using Clip Studio Paint. It is a program by Celis Inc. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint Pro. It comes with the tablet I'm using, but you can just go to their website and you can get it. I don't know if the stream actually has the name, but I'll put it in the chat so you guys can look it up. Here we go. There we go. It's not too expensive. It's what Manga Studio became, I believe. So if you know about the old school like Manga Studio type stuff, this program is what Manga Studio became, I think. So let's have a bit of a look-see here. I think that's probably a bit better. We might bring up the brightness a bit, give it a little bit more lightness. There we go. That looks a bit better, a bit more in tune with everything. Your sister was in Singapore last week, and the Hello Kitty branded Pocky was cheaper than normal Pocky, despite them being the same flavour. Well, I suppose, you know, use by dates or specials or whatever might come into that. So you have that to consider. It just depends on the store, I guess. But oh my God, Singapore! That sounds like it would have been like a lot of fun. All right, guys, I think that's it for background artwork. Open Canvas 6. That sounds pretty cool. I remember Open Canvas. I used to use Open Canvas to do like group drawing sessions and whiteboard sessions. That was pretty cool, but oh my God, I was young then. I haven't used Open Canvas in quite a while. How's the features on Open Canvas going these days? I haven't actually looked at it because for work I use all of the Photoshop suite, and I used to actually use just Photoshop to make art and stuff as well, but now I mainly draw this kind of stuff in Clip Studio because it really gives me a good stylized kind of feel. You can't chew gum in Singapore. Yeah, I've heard there are a lot of different laws over there for like neatness and stuff. That might have been interesting. The alien fur bag is back. Alien fur bag. Hello. Hello, my cat. I hope you are well, tiny cat. No, not everyone uses it, so it's hard to use, like no tutorials. Yeah, it was super hard to use back in the day as well. It had a massive learning curve. Like I remember when it was like version 2 point something, it was the last time I used it. So obviously they've done a lot more with it and kept updating it. Is Open Canvas still free, or is there a paid version as well going now? Let's see. I think we can add a little bit more to this here. These guys don't have shadows. I've just noticed that. I've just noticed that these two giant plants, like the two biggest plants in my field of view, don't have shadows. All right. Gum must be prescribed by a doctor. That sounds a bit odd. I thought they sold xylitol and stuff over there. You know, which is, I think it's a sugar-free gum. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it though. Okay, but yeah, no, haven't heard much about Open Canvas in a long time. But maybe I should pick it up and have a go with it. I was thinking about doing a couple of other tests with some other software because I'm going to have a massive learning curve when I get my pen display soon, so. Oh, okay, the full version's expensive now. You can't sleep. Welcome back, Louisa. Welcome back to the stream. This is how we're going. Sorry that we woke you up with the stream. I do apologize. And that now you can't sleep because you came along and said hello to all of us. There are new people in chat, so definitely say hello to Golden Claw and anyone else who has a username you haven't seen around in our community. before. Make them feel welcome. I hope that we can continue to make everyone that stumbles upon this stream and our community like really super feel the love. And yeah, so if you do have any other questions about stuff, welcome back. Yeah, so if you do have any other questions, Golden Claw, about what I'm using, you know, or any other art stuff, definitely let me know, and I will try and answer that to the best of my ability. I'm not super articulate at the moment, but I will try my best to be articulate enough. Alright, we're going to go through and we're going to add in a second layer of shading now, so that we can exclude some stuff from it, so we can add a bit of shading here and there. Okay. So we'll get this part kind of shaded in. Right, back here. If I started typing and talking like a cowboy, how well do you think it'd go? I don't know. I used to listen to people do John Wayne impressions, and I always thought they were hilarious, but you know, that's me, and some other people may think it's annoying, but I would say, you know what, just go for it. If you want to be a cowboy, no one should tell you otherwise. You be a cowboy. You live your dream. Like John Wayne Hamlet impressions were like the funniest thing I ever heard of. It's like, is this a dagger I see before me? It was hilarious to a really stupid level. Listening to that kind of stuff. But I mean, there is Talk Like a Pirate Day coming up, if you're into talking like a pirate. But I'm not sure if you're into talking like a parrot. Some people are, some people aren't. Could be very different. All right. Let's take some of this out. So we're just adding another level of shading into this kind of background, so we can give it even more depth. I'm thinking that I may actually deepen it again, just so I can really make it stand out, kind of deal. So we're just kind of gonna go back in here and make all this kind of a deeper shadow, and then we're gonna fix everything. So it's like, well, howdy there, partner. It's me, Declan, the good-for-nothing dog wrangler. Pleasure to meet you all. Oh man, only Declan. Okay, let's get the characters cleaned up. Let's delete Crafty from here. Here we go. All right. And you can see where I've made some mistakes with the colouring. Fine caption. Oh, we should make weird comics out of the stuff that's just said in chat at some point, because I can't make up half of this stuff. It's just like in D&D, you can't make up half of the stuff people actually end up doing. You think they're going to do one thing, but really they just decide that they're not going to do that thing, and they're gonna do something completely different that you never ever planned for. It's great. I do think that this actually can have another level of shading though, this part in here, and we'll take this out here, just like that. Right. So we're getting there. Let's put some shading on these leaves again, like actual extra shading. These are all shaded nice and deep. Oh, Declan, that's adorable. Stop being adorable. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to be that adorable. I see a koala. Yes, there is a really cranky koala in this tree. They are horrendous animals. At least that's my opinion. I'm Australian. They try and kill you. That's just the end of it. They maul you. That's what they do. Give you a look at it. All right, SK, welcome to the chat. I'll zoom out, and you can have a look at it. Koalas are terrifying. They are. So what we've got going on right now, SK, is that I'm putting in the shadows to the background, and then we're gonna start work on the characters, and then we're gonna add the eyes in. We're gonna do some gradients, add the blushies. Then we're gonna do the shading on the characters, and then we're gonna go through and add all the highlights. Yeah, koalas are not cute and cuddly. They really aren't. Everyone has such a misconception. But all the Aussies in chat know what I'm saying when I put out koalas are evil PSAs on this channel. I'm like, guys, no, seriously, guys, you need to believe me now. You need to believe me that koalas are just not okay, as they have character flaws. So many character flaws. Please don't believe the propaganda that people like to tell you, that, you know, koalas and kangaroos are cute and cuddly animals that won't try and kill you. Get out of my tree! Get out! Where are you from, Golden Claw? I'm just gonna call you... What should I call you, by the way, for short? Koala pee a lot. They do. And they'll give you chlamydia. So that's nice. That's nice too. So yeah, no. So we're actually doing quite well with the shading and stuff. As you can see, it does take a while for me to kind of sit here and do it all. But with you guys, it's happy days for me. It's happy days. Okay, let's not start singing old show stuff. Saudi Arabia, oh, okay. Should I run when I see one then? And Len, okay. Nice to have you with us. What time is it where you are? We've got all sorts of different times going on for people in chat. A lot of people are up at really interesting, quote unquote interesting hours of the morning for this chat, and I'm still baffled by that, but you know. Yeah, if you see a koala on the ground, you run. Those things will chase you down. So let's make these trees a bit droopier in their shading. That's a bit better. There we go. 3:01 PM. Oh well, at least someone's on at a reasonable hour. Is all I can say. At least someone is on at a reasonable hour. Because all of our other friends here are kind of on at an insane hour of the morning. Yeah, not wise to pat it. Really not wise to pat it. Same with kangaroos. Those things generally are pretty territorial, especially if you got a male. They don't just kick. They use their little tiny pawsies to try and strangle you. So keep that in mind too. Please. Please, for the love of God, keep that in mind. Alright. So we've got this area under this tree. I think I'm going to make another layer for that. Oh my god. Wombats are terrifying. You guys, seriously, wombats are scarier than koalas. Oh my lordy, guys. I'm not even joking. They are truly scary things. We'll add another bit of depth in here. So hopefully we can kind of get this kind of cute little vibe going. Yeah, Oh, the ruse. Yeah, the ruse. Wombats are still terrifying, though. I mean, if you, if you build in the path of a wombat, you're kind of stuffed, mate. Just because, you know, they'll just keep coming back. And if they'll go straight through, if your house is in the middle of a wombat trail, there's nothing you can do. They'll just wreck your fence and all the rest too. So, you know, you got to be careful of wombats. At least when you're building houses. Yes, they do. Oh, let's just scare everybody. All the Australians are scaring everybody with So let's have a look-see. Well, that might be a bit too dark. Alright, what do we think? I think that's a bit better. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit more pop. And we might make Gaz's shirt a little different, kind of different color. Right, let's get this color that I need to get here because I just changed it like a knob because I missed a bit. Okay, let's make this smaller so we can get in here and. All right. Okay, where's his hair? Let's get his hair going. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. Okay. Let's erase this bush in here. Alright, and we'll... There we go. So, wombats will roll your car. Discord, jeez. What's going on in Discord? I'm actually not in Discord. I can't see. You guys need to... Oh my god. I'm going to have to go and look at what's in Discord if that's what's happening. And we need to erase the koala from this, don't we? There we go. Koala. Let's erase the koala so he stands out a bit. There we go. Okay. I was like, what? What's going on? What am I missing? What am I missing by sitting here concentrating on artwork like a good little girl? Okay. So, we're gonna need another shading layer again of this color. Oops. No, not that layer style. That is not the layer style we want. Not your server. Oh, server with your friend. Oh, okay. Right. Sweet. As long as it's not my server, I'm all good. You had me worried there for a second. You just gave me like a mini heart attack. Oh, lordy. Oops. That's meant to be multiply. There we go. So now we can kind of paint through here, just with a little bit of a bit more, I don't know, bit more shadow under here. Right. So now we can kind of get in the deeper parts of the shadows and give them a bit of an oomph where they need it. Right. Okie day. So, how we think it looks? It's looking alright? Crafty, you happy with it? I'm so super glad that you're here so I can ask you that. I'm like, hopefully she likes it, question mark. Okay, what else do we need a little bit of extra depth in? Possibly these rocks. Maybe over here. Just a little bit, kind of, just back here and up here, kind of shading, not too, you know, not too shady, I suppose. Even though I am a shady lady, but we don't want to be too shady. We don't want to be too shady. Right. I think that's a pretty good level of depth. There we go. We have like 600 and some of them are... Oh, okay, cool. It's really popping. You do like it. Sweet. I could wrestle a kangaroo. I wouldn't win, but I could like hug it really hard. I think people would pay to see that, Declan. They really, really would. Okay. Let's see. I think we're good on background and environment. Yeah, it would be kind of a shame to lose my only Discord moderator. Just saying, Declan. All right. So, time for the part that everyone's probably been waiting for, which is me doing the characters, which has been like the last thing that I've done, just because the background has been such a huge undertaking. But I think that that undertaking really super paid off. The stream's been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and we should actually be able to finish this tonight, guys. So I'm so super happy about that. So let's start with our Gaza over here. Let's start with him. Simply because he's the first one in my little list over here. A tentacle prosthetic arm. Oh my god. Okay, Crafty, best thing that you're in this stream, because I don't know the eye colors of your kiddos. So I'd be super appreciative if you'd let me know what Gaz's eye color is right now. Unless you want them to be the same as yours. I don't mind that. That's what I was going with before you happened to turn up. But if you want them to have eye colors, I am certainly happy to oblige. Eye colors. Here we go. They're killing the bot at my server with the music command. That's why we don't have music on my server. Yeah, I've heard that people like to do that. Gaz is blue. So are we gonna do like this kind of blue? Rayo is hazel. Okay, awesome. Sweet. We'll knock that out of the park. So blue and hazel. And yours are that kind of bluey kind of color too. Awesome. Nothing worse than the music bot. Yeah, I find it's a bit much. A lot of the time. Okay, so that's some hair. We need some skin tone in here. Okay, so let's take his skin tone, and we're gonna grab the gradient tool, and we're gonna change the layer thing to multiply, and then we're gonna do some cool stuff. All right, gonna put some. Oops. Put some gradients on his elbows. Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen running in the 90s. Oh, wow. I'm so glad we don't have one, Declan. Thanks. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's make this a little bit more lifelike. There we go. What's the wow to? Oh, nightmare! Wow, that does sound like a complete nightmare. I don't know what I'd do, to be honest. I'm so new to running a Discord server and streaming and all the rest of it. I feel like I'm super incompetent. Panic at the Disco. Alright, so here we go. He's going to be a bit more lifelike now that he's got a little bit of variation in skin tone. We turned it off super quickly, yeah. I don't blame them at all. So we've got the hair. I'm going to add another layer in here. I'm going to grab this, possibly go a little bit to this side of it and grab the gradient tool again. Alright, let's drink. Okay. Alright. Variation in blondness. Get more staff then. I'm not, oh well, yeah. I don't know about Crafty, but I'm definitely not, you know, not big enough to have staff. I'm a tiny YouTuber. Crafty's server's probably got lots of people volunteering and stuff to be staff, but like I know that like my fandom probably isn't big enough to have it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be lots and lots of stuff to do. Okay, where is this t-shirt of his? Is it up here? Nope. Nope. What's that then? Chuck that out then. Okay, we need his shirt color. Alright, that one can stay the same. There we go. This, his shirt and sneaker color needs to be changed. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright. So, I think a second layer of shading is required for that t-shirt. But we'll do it separately to the main shading just because it's already got some in it. Maybe we'll do it on this deeper layer here. Multiply. Okay. Let's see what we can do about making this look. See, if I do that, it's going to bring it down too much again. Let's see. Let's just roll with the punches here for a second and see how it goes. Because this is meant to be shaded already. Okay. Let's have a look-see. What this? You love this color shirt? Yeah, but look, it's now just gone straight back into the background again. I'll bring it up some more so it doesn't do that. But it's all about, you know, finding how it's gonna be doing the thing, and that shading's killed it. So I think I'm gonna have to shade his shirt separately in a different color so it stays the way it's meant to stay. Yeah, going brighter makes it this really weird washed out color though, and if you go the saturation route, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't quite have the same effect, I suppose. So we may just have to do some erasing, some tactical erasing here. If you could get away with denim jeans at school. Do they let you do that? Alright, let's try and get some highlights into his shirt, like just some rim lighting, just so we can differentiate some of this shadow up in here, just to make it seem, you know, like we're not killing him with shade. I think that's a bit better. That makes his shirt stand out way more. Yeah, green on green is super tough. That's why, you know, I'm trying to find a value that kind of works and makes him pop. With highlights and everything that's going to happen on him, he'll pop a lot better. But yeah, we just kind of had to, I don't know, I think that looks a little bit better to get the real green sense into him. So, oh, Declan. You always want to distract your classmates, dude. Okay. So much green. Alright, I think that we can start doing a little bit of shading up in here. Okay, so let's get a new layer in here. Hopefully we can use some warm colors. I may take this color and bring it out to a warm color and see how this ends up going for him. Oh yes, I do think this one's gonna work really well. Make him have a lot more warmth in the picture. So let's just do your generic kind of, let's do some shading on here. Alright, the back of his hair, we may have to shade his hair a different color, but that doesn't worry me too much. We'll just slide the shading in here first. Okay, they killed the bot. How many layers do I have to the art? I'm working on about 85 now, at present. So yeah, there is quite a lot of layers to this particular project. Rip bot. So yeah, there is quite a lot of layers. Just add some areas that don't have, oh no, actually it should be on the top of the fingers, like this, like a rim light, like that. Okay, and that should go all the way back there too. 85, yeah, around about that. I'm pretty sure there's more. I've done a lot of projects with quite a lot more layers. I really do utilize layers though in what I do, just because it's just the way that I work. I'm not a painter, so I kind of just make sure that I do this kind of stuff, so it means that I can modify it later and change the colors and tweak it all the way that I want to tweak it all later on. Yeah, so that kind of is a big deal to me, just in my personal workflow. You need some shut-eye. Yeah, it's 10:20, Declan. Nice to see you. I hope you actually get some sleep, unlike Louisa, who came back. Have fun. I don't want you, you know, not sleeping for school and stuff in the morning. Alright, so so don't worry, Declan, this will be on replay. You can pick it up where you left off if you want. So yeah, you'll be able to watch it. Alright, so we're getting there. We truly are getting there in terms of like this getting close to being done. Alright, so I might make this layer a little less saturated so it doesn't look so pink. Yeah, I'll tweak his colors later. Hi, Mate! Nice to see you. Welcome back to the stream. We are getting into character coloring now since you left last time. So we're on the home stretch. Home stretch, man. Home stretch. I'm super excited about this. Ooh, that actually works really well, this color. So let's add some proper depth in here to really emphasize what's going on with the shadows and stuff that are being cast. Oops, there we go. Alright. That's pretty cool. And we'll go over this way too. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Right. Okay, so this side too. Let's get the underside of his leg going. Alright. You're hyping. Hyping over what? Me actually nearly being finished after like 3 days of streaming this project. I'd be hyping too. I'm hype. I'm on the hype train right now. Because we're getting really close and it's really awesome. Alright. Okay, so let's do the back of his leg in shadow as well. Just get it, you know, nice and deep so that we actually know where the shadow is and that he's not just kind of half in the shade, kind of doing his thing. Okay, and we're listening to some nice jazzy music, as always, with Boxle. Jazzy music with Boxle time. Right, alright. Right. So. Alright. I think he's mostly done bar his hair shading. And that needs to be a different colour to this. Otherwise it's not going to look too great. It needs to be kind of like a deeper orangey, yellowy, beigey shade, I suppose. Yeah, it depends. We'll have a go and see how it turns out. Jazz. And all that jazz. Okay. So, where is his hair gone? There it is. There's the layer. And I love doing like big, bold, sweeping kind of hair like shading. So I don't really tend to do too much like super hair detail when I do hair, just because I think it kind of detracts from it. But then again, you know, it is kind of me when it comes to this, and I'm not so good at doing the whole hair dealy. So I kind of try my best. Right. And then we add, you know, some deeper shadows. Alright, so we can kind of tweak that blonde hair color. Let's amp some saturation up in it there. Take the brightness down. No, maybe keep the brightness. Right. Right, okay. I like that. That looks good. So, we're going to add some highlights to that later. I'm probably going to do another layer with this kind of deeper color again, just because I think this piece needs the extra oomph in terms of depth, because there is so much going on in the in it. So we need to kind of give the really deep shadows some extra stuff to go on. Just add to it. So there are a ton of Australians in chat tonight, which is epic. I love seeing you guys in chat too, because I find it rarer to find other Aussies kind of hanging out and chat with me, which I super enjoy. I enjoy everyone coming to be in chat with me too, but it's nice to know that there are Aussies around, Aussies on the internet, because sometimes it's just like we don't exist. Like, it's just like, Australians, do we exist on the internet? Possibly not. Possibly not. Alright. I think that looks pretty cute. I'm still live. Okay, as long as I'm not messing up too badly, I think we're good. Eyes. Right. Blue eyes in particular we're looking at. So let's make them nice and blue. All right. Need to put in the white as well while I'm at it, because otherwise he's going to look a little bit weird if he doesn't have any white to his eyes. You won't see too much of the whites of his eyes at this angle, but at the same time it's still important. It's still kind of important for it to be there. Otherwise, yeah, it'll just be a little bit odd that it's not there, and I think everyone's going to notice. A specific cartoon with parts. Yeah, I'm finding that lately there are more and more Australians on the internet too, like just in terms of creators and stuff, which is really nice, as well as, you know, kind of things. Nice, congrats! Only 2 subscribers to get to 200. That is awesome. Doing absolutely amazingly, Golden Claw. I'm at 313, I think, at the moment. So as another small YouTuber, from one small YouTuber to another, I congratulate you. That's a massive milestone when you hit 200. So I do reckon that that's pretty epic. Right, let's try and... I've got this on multiply, right? I guess I can't multiply with this this color. Can I multiply? There we go. Okay, I needed to pick a darker color. So let's paint in his pretty eyes now. Give him some life. Get it in 2 months. Or 314, so sorry. Nice. I've been so inconsistent that that I've had a lot of people leave because they thought I was dead. Congrats. Yeah, that is really awesome. Moo, you will get there too. Like, everyone, you know, this is a supportive community. Everyone's gonna get there, I promise. We just need to keep at it. That's all it is keeping at it. And you know, even if I'm horribly inconsistent, you guys still seem to love me regardless. So I think this one is gonna have little love hearts in his eyes, because this Rayo over here is gonna have stars in his bye. Have a great time at school, hopefully. So we've got this one who's in the sketch. I put stars in his eyes for catching the fish, and so I think that our lovely one over here, our lovely Gaza, needs some love hearts in his eyes, because that's just adorable to me somehow. little tiny love hearts in his eyes. Hopefully that register. There we go. Hello, Sayan. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you. There we go. Really adorable little love hearts in there. Alright. Boop boop. That's looking pretty good. I like that. Let's trim this white just a little bit, so it's not looking out of proportion. Just get that coloured in there. Alright, now time to add the little cute glowy bits. Where is it? Add glow. I believe I can fly. Oh, that song. I believe I can touch the sky. Whoop. Are we actually going to be able to manage this? I think we're going to have to go perfect white on here, and I don't think we're going to be able to add a glow. It's a bit too small. So I think what we're going to have to then just do is add some highlights on the regular highlight layer up the top, like this. Okay, and then kind of like on the hearts, add this, give him a bit of a... Alright, let's have a look at that from afar. Alright. I think we're alright. Right, there we go. How is little Boxle? She is sleeping. She came in and said hi to the stream earlier on. And yeah, she went to bed since it's 10:34 here in Australia and the stream's been going for 2.5 hours. I think I've done decently at not being as awkward today. You guys tell me if I'm getting more comfortable with streaming and just constantly rambling about nothing and going on story time tangents with Boxle. Because, you know, there's that. I think I'm doing okay, but but you guys tell me. You guys tell me how I'm doing. All right. So, where's our shading layer? Okay, we need this to come up here, all the way to the top, and we need it on normal so I can pick the color again so we can do some more shading. Multiply. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. I've kind of like had the really awkward moment thing kind of going on with you know, since the first stream and stuff. So I've kind of been hoping that I've been getting better the more that I kind of stream. So that's good. That's good news. Sweet. So, okay, so here we've got Gaza in the background doing his thing, being awesome. I actually don't think his shading is too strong at the moment since he's really into the background. All we got to do right now is add his blushies, because every character that I kind of draw in this style has these peach colored blushies, and that's just the thing that I do. So where is his, that's his mouth. We got to go and find his skin tone so we don't, there we go. Okay, let's go in here so we can add some blushy blush. I think I might do, whoops, okay. I think it needs to be a really strong color. There we go. His might not be a round blush. I think he's gonna get the really cute, like the dotty blushies. Who is glancing at John? Yes, the test of the John, the test of my my donation thing that I was testing. Yes. No one actually donated, I promise. I was just testing the service out. Refill Sir Dapsalot's tea. I'm actually going to, once we have Sir Dapsalot's design and stuff finalized, we are going to, I'm actually going to make him the donation, the donation mascot for whenever anyone decides that they want to donate something. They'll get the Sir Dapsalot animation. So yes. There is that. Okay, I don't like the look of that. Sir Dapsalot always wants more crumpets. He can't help himself. It's Sir Dapsalot. There we go. Okay, and just kind of make it all sparkly kind of thing, and maybe I'll put some highlights in here now, just because we can. That's a bit too big. Okay. Oh, we've got Sir Dapsalot RP happening. This is amazing. So Dapsolot is now an institution. Okay. Here we go. Now let's add a couple of okay. So we're going to add some hair highlights now. Gonna add in just some of the hair type highlights. Normally I don't add too many in, but I think they just really kind of add something, I don't know, just a little bit extra to the way that I like to do artwork. So yeah, and we may just be able to add the tip of his shoe there, and maybe a little bit on the vine, just so people can kind of see where the light really kind of runs in the piece. There we go. There we go. What do you guys think? There's one character sorted. He's done. Whoop whoop. Haha. Oh my god, I need to go. I'm gonna have to go rewatch my own stream so I can see the RP going on right now. I reckon that's epic. So let's do Reo. We'll do him as well. We'll do Crafty last because Crafty is awesome, and then we'll actually have to put some text in here as well once we're kind of, you know, sorted out. Okay, I think that same nice warm color that we just did on Gaza will be a really nice overall shading color for all characters. So I'm going to put it up here so that it'll affect all of them. Turn the this nice purpley color, turn it so I can grab the color again, and we're going to start over here now. Oh man, okay, so Dapsolot has a fandom now. This is insane and hilarious. I think this is just the best thing ever. So, alright. What are we doing? Bam. Okay, so we've got this layer thing going on. Okay, so skin tone. First things first. Let's add our gradation in terms of what we're going to be doing. Alright. He's definitely not going to be this color. But this is basically how we're gonna work it. Multiply, and then we're gonna take the brightness up. There we go. He's a nice adorable kind of color. Oh guys, expectations are starting to become high of the Sir Dapsolot fandom. Oh jeez Louise. Okay, so I don't think we're putting gradients on anything other than his hair. So that's his skin, that's his skin gradient. Now we've got his shirt and sneakers, his shoes, his hair is here. Alright, let's make I think maybe a similar kind of color might actually work. Let's have a look. No, not really, it looks too samey, so we'll change it. We'll just keep the color for now, and we'll change it. Okay. We'll change the hue a bit. Bring the saturation up. We definitely don't want green or purple. Let's pull the saturation down a little bit. Pull the brightness down. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. That looks a bit better. Okay. The Sir Dapsalot fan club is becoming a thing. Hey, look, if you guys want to make that into an animation, I am so all on board for that. That would be epic. You guys have fun. I want to see it. I want to see that animation. That is an animation that Boxle would love to see. Okay. So, maybe what we'll do is we'll add blushies. We'll add blushies now, just because I think that might be easiest while we've still got everything going on down here. Are the kids' blushies going to stay like this? I think the kids' blushies should stay like this. I really like them. Like, that's an adorable colour. I'm going to keep it that colour. It's a bit too close to his shirt though, so maybe a little bit pinker and a little bit lighter. There we go. That's pretty cute. I'm full on board with that. That's adorable. Okay, so we've got some blushes. We now need basically just shading and highlights and the eyes. So I may go in and do a basic shade first, just so we can get an idea of what's going on. And then we'll, whoops, that's way too close. Oh my god, way too close. We'll kind of see if this is too dark for him, which it may be. He may need a different layer after all. Okay, let's put this back over here and go in and make him a new layer. Multiply, and we may have to just go up a couple of shades. Yeah, just because I think his face is pretty much entirely in shadow, but we're gonna do some erasing to get it to look really cute. Okay, so I think we're looking at this kind of shadowing from this perspective here. Okay. Oh, you guys are awesome. I do think that this color also suits his hair, so we may rim shade his hair a little bit too. And hopefully we can make him pop as well. I'll just get most of this colored in really messily because we're going to be erasing most of it anyway. Just so we can get what's going on right, I suppose, be the way that we would say that that's what we're doing. My lady. That just reminds me of that song from ages ago, that what? Come my lady, come my lady, you're my pretty baby, I make you go crazy. What's that one? That was something. That was a massive hit at one point. Or am I just talking about really old songs that most people here don't remember? I do that though, like a lot, considering I really love 80s music and, well, old music in general and whatnot. So most people are just like, what? Okay, so we need to really harshly light him from this side. Let's make our brush a bit bigger. So he's got like a really, I would say a really strong light kind of this way, like this, on his face. So kind of like that. Maybe we oh my god, kind of cringy. I am so totally cringy. That is like one of my best assets and or talents as a person. Being a single mum, I can tell you right now, I have to do the cringy, I do the cringy dad thing, as well as the I'm a mum thing. So yeah, I enjoy being horribly cringy. yeah, I don't know, yeah. I have the song. I'll send it on Discord. Well, there you go, everybody. You can check the song on Discord. I really want to give his face a little bit more light. Even though this is where it should fall, I'd really like his face to kind of be at least half lit. So I think I'm gonna do that, just because I think it's probably a bit more prudent to do so, and then kind of add the light around here. Okay, so let's go down here. We're definitely going to be highlighting this side of his leg in shadow. Well, not highlighting, but putting it in shadow. Down here, and probably till about this point, I would say, is probably going to be in shadow. A lot of this back here will also be in shadow too. Got it. I don't know. I think that's part of my personality, that I'm just cringy as all get out. Yeah, it's not something I can help. All right. So, let's just give him a bit of a shadow on here. Maybe a little bit more, and maybe a bit of a sneaker lace shadow going on. This is horribly executed, but shoes are like the bane of my existence. Everyone's like, hands, and I'm like, no, shoes. Shoes are the hardest thing for me to draw, like, of all time ever. And I just can't. I just can't. So yeah, that's like one of my biggest weaknesses. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, lordy. I'm so glad I could manage to come on and finish this. I've been feeling pretty under the weather today, so I'm glad I managed to at least get online to kind of do this, so that we could get it done and have a nice stream. If I try to draw anime, I'm going to lose my mind. I do draw anime quite frequently. It's one of the main things I do, is draw anime. Yeah, it's a very different style to this, but I started out drawing anime as opposed to this. This is what I do my commissions as, and it's all good. But yeah, if you ask me to draw proper characters, like, well, not proper characters, but characters in a more, like, I suppose, as much as you could say anime realistic kind of style, yeah, I do that. Anime style is something I do. Why are you pouring me? What am I doing? Okay, so we need some white now for the eyes. So yeah, maybe I can find an example, I suppose, after I finish this, of me actually drawing anime. I draw anime guys. I'm not very good at anime girls. I don't really like them. It's not my thing. But to each their own, really. That's just kind of the thing that I like doing. Okay, so that's the white. Put the brown on the same layer, the hazel. Oh, I don't really like that color. What kind of, like, how do we, I think I might, there we go. I might kind of make it the greener side of hazel, just because. Crumpets! Okay, Do you want those on the greener side, Crafty, or would you rather them on the browner side of hazel? Let me know and I can just change this base color up really easily. Until then, I think I may just start on the stars in his eyes, which I think are going to be pretty cool. That's if Crafty's still kind of hanging out. I hope I didn't miss her leave, if she did. The greener side, okay, sweet. That's gonna help because it'll look better. Okay, so let's make the stars in his eyes. The stars in his eyes. We're doing this at web res. Normally this would be much higher res, but we're doing this at what YouTube said we should be doing it at. And I'm not very good at pixel art, so let's... Alright, there we go. They're not really in line though. Okay, let's try this. Alright, that looks a bit better. See you, Golden Claw. Nice to meet you. Hopefully we'll see you around Discord some more. Thanks for dropping by. Alrighty. So I think I need to move this a little bit more this side, just so it can reflect the way that he's looking better. So I think we need a nice kind of deeper green for his pupil kind of area. So if you get where I'm going with this, we're going to put this on multiply and it should make a nice deep greeny color for the hazel. There we go. Kind of match in with it. And we'll see if this can't change to... There we go, that's a bit better. The stars in his eyes. Haha, there we go. We're actually doing well now. Alright. So let's get some more shading going in here. Yep, this layer is it. So we need to probably shade this area and this part of his hand. Like that. And this side of the fishing rod. Alright. We're getting places, people. We are certainly getting places. Let me just kind of it's saving. There we go. I put a wrong stroke on there and decided to save it apparently. Alright. Alright, there we go. So we got the rod kind of shaded the way that it should be shaded. Green and gold. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. That is right. Green and gold. He looks adorable though. Adorable. He is adorable. Yeah, I do think he'll need a second lot of shading as well, just to give some depth to this kind of shadow as well. So, and in here, kind of give him a bit more shading. Same with his hair. Add this kind of extra layer of shadow. the brown colors always seem to really work well with these, the regular shading colors I tend to use. So I enjoy them for that reason. They tend to be really kind of efficient for me in terms of layer usage and whatnot. So we should be able to get another shadow under here going on, just because he's gonna definitely have a bit more going on in terms of this part is quite shady. And same with under here, under his shirt, maybe from about here onwards. While Boxle's spoken the commission, we're just role-playing. Yes, and that's the thing, is like, while I do the commission, you guys do whatever in chat. That works for me. Because it's going to be really interesting going back and looking at it to see what you guys have actually done. And what you've talked about. I reckon that's really interesting, though, like, that you guys have decided that Sir Dapsalot requires his own fandom and animation and things, and that you guys have decided that you're going to just roleplay Sir Dapsalot inside the chat, and I'm like, they're going, sweet. I get to look over and see the progress. It kind of makes me happy though, just because you guys seem to really like him and stuff, and yeah, that kind of makes it cool. For anyone that doesn't know, we created Sir Dapsalot in one of the back ends of the streams that I was doing this commission on, and yeah, it just turned out to be awesome, basically. So if there are any cosplayers in the house, a Sir Dapsalot cosplay would be hilarious. I would definitely consider doing that, just for the shiggles. Just for the shiggles. All right, look at us go. We'll add a little bit of extra definition here, maybe a little bit more on the bottom of his hand and just under his hand. Here we go. Okay. I think he's ready for highlights. What about you guys? Whoop whoop. Let's get some white going on in here. Alright. So he needs cutie patootie white highlight here on his cheeks. He's gonna need one probably this side. And this side. There we go. Maybe there. And there. Okay, and then some extra cute little dots, because he's got super sparkly eyes. This kiddo's got super sparkly sparkles, which I enjoy, just because I think it's adorable. There we go. He's gonna have some highlight here, some highlight here on his mouth, maybe one on his tooth, on this side of his hair, so his highlights are gonna end up, you know, on this side right here. I sound really tired, do I? I'm actually just super concentrating, largely because we're coming into the home stretch of this kind of stuff, and I really just wanna nail it, I suppose, is the reason why I'm just concentrating. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm sounding sleepy. Maybe I should get some more caffeine. Who says that I should get some more caffeine? This is what an artist goes through. It is what an artist goes through. You'd be surprised. There are a lot long hours, but it's kind of worth it when someone's super happy with what you've done, and really likes all the effort that you've put in, and how if you can bring, you know, what they wanted to life, kind of thing. It's kind of worth it at like in that kind of sense. Like I really do enjoy making people happy. Very sleepy. I'm so sleepy. So yeah, no, I just, it's hard to do artwork and stuff, but at the same time you really, it's like, it's really enjoyable, because people kind of, you get to make them happy, and yeah, it's nice, you know, making people happy. Or at least I find it's nice making people happy. Oh, yay! I've nailed the brief, which is good because I need a brief, otherwise I can't work. Some artists don't really need a brief, but for me, I find that if I don't have one, then I'm kind of lost on what to do, because I really work methodically. So I don't work creatively, I work methodically, and by that it means that I need to know, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, what feeling do you want? What kind of sense of stuff do you need me to convey? What's the brand you're going for? Kind of deal is how I work, usually. So I don't know. I hope that helped, at least. Especially when you do commission work, if you don't nail the brief, it can be kind of disheartening for the person who's waited so long to get your artwork and all that kind of stuff. And I try not to be disappointing in that regard, because I mean, yeah, I would be disappointed if I waited ages for artwork and whatnot, and it just didn't turn out to be what I wanted, and then I still had to pay for it. You know what I mean? That'd suck. So yeah, I kind of try and make it so that I nail what you want, because yeah, you've waited tons and tons of time for it, especially if it's me, because you know, I try and get a commission done a week, but most of the time it doesn't happen, and then I go MIA for, you know, months because real life decided to happen. And yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying that like I am disappointing. I'm saying that, you know, it would be disappointing if you couldn't, like, you had an artist that you were really hoping for art from, and they didn't deliver it in the way that you wanted or were expecting, or didn't deliver what you kind of set out and asked for. And that can be true. Sometimes you can end up with that kind of thing going on. So yeah, it's a bit sad when that happens. Okay, we're kind of getting here. Now we've just got Crafty to do, and some extra highlights and places and stuff, because why not? Because I love using white highlights, because it's the funnest thing ever for me. Let's make some big chunky highlights, make it all shine. I find that doing the streams makes it a lot more fun, because you guys are here with me and stuff, and I can just kind of sit back and chill, and you guys can chat with me, and like it's not that I wouldn't get the art done, it's that I've finally got the time to actually sit down right now and make it happen. So I thought, because I'd not given you guys any content since the end of May, I thought that this would be probably the best way to get me into streaming, because I'm terrified of streaming, actually. Because, you know, what if you guys don't like the way that I am on stream, or you think it's just you know, a waste of time kind of to stream. So I'm just kind of how would I say, like, it was good for me to finally get off my butt and actually, you know, yeah, so I kind of decided to kill two birds with one stone. I don't feel very prepared for these kind of stream like situations or whatever, but I do kind of feel that you know, it is what it is. Yeah, creating content and getting the work done, and then seeing, you know, gauging if you guys are really into it and if you want me to, you know, do it again. Kind of deal. Actually, I don't like that either. And yeah, if you had ideas and stuff and wanted me to, that's a bit better. Too many highlights. Too many. Yeah, if you wanted me to keep going and whatever, that kind of thing. Oh, don't say that. That's not nice. Have I like turned off pressure sensitivity somehow? I feel like I have somehow turned off pressure sensitivity in my brush, and I don't quite know how to turn it back on. Yeah, I think I've turned it off. Oh God. Yeah, so I do kind of really like hanging out with you guys. And yeah, I suppose if I wasn't talking or looking over at chat or whatnot, it may be faster for me to do the work. But at the same time, you guys usually only see me do a speed art, and sometimes, you know, speed art can be really deceiving because you see the whole process of the artwork come together in, like, you know, a couple of minutes. Or 5 minutes is usually what my speed art is. And in 5 minutes, you don't see that, well, you now see that the line art for this took, what, three hours or so. The flats took 2.5, nearly 3 hours. And again, this stream is now 3 hours again, just for the shading and finishing of the rendering process. So, and that wasn't even, you know, how long it took me to sketch it. So you guys see how much, like, now while I'm streaming, how much work actually tends to go into it. Like, if I'm just doing an avatar, there's at least an hour, 2 hours in it, just because I like making something look nice. Even the free ones, I like making something look nice for the person that I'm giving it to. So I'm not the quickest of artists at all, but at the same time, I do kind of like coming in and kind of what do you say, like, hanging out with you guys. Okay, that's his blushies. And you know, being on stream and saying hi and all that kind of stuff. I like it. Yeah, exactly. And we can chat and we can hang out and we can do all the things that we like to do. I'll grab this multiply color again, and we're going to start working on Crafty now. Isn't that awesome? Okay, we need to put this back on multiply though, otherwise the artwork's going to look funny at the end. Okay, so we're finally sitting here on Crafty's avatar. Amazing! So we've done some flats for her. We've got her skin color, so we're going to change over to a nice peachy kind of tone, and we're gonna do the whoops, where'd my new layer go? That's not it. Let's make a new layer and do a thing. Okay, multiply. Alright, so we now need to kind of erase the part on the hair. That's there. Oh god. So we're starting with Dragon Ball Z, are we? Alright, so Crafty's got a really kind of pink hue going on in her avatar, so we're going to carry that through here. Alright, let's have a look at her avatar and see what we did the last time around. Okie day. So we've done most of Crafty's colouring that's difficult already. So we've done the plaid and we've done the gloves. So that's a good thing. We just really need to shade and put her eyes in and do the inside of her mouth here. So we'll just do that as well while we happen to be at it, and her teeth. So let's do that. Alright, we're getting somewhere, guys. Almost done. Got a Pepsi, okay. Oh my lord. This is getting shady up in here. I do have a bottle of Coke just sitting here next to me, the Coke no sugar kind, because obviously being diabetic I can't have the regular Coke. So there we go. So that's the mouth done. Let's grab the base eye color, which is this one here. So let's start doing this. Actually, oh well, we'll put the base in and then we'll do the whites. Now, did we carry over color over here? We did kind of. Do I really want to do that? I don't think I do. Not for this one. Not Diet Coke. Coke no sugar. It's a different one. It's like new or something weird like that. Yeah. It's something like that. So we're just putting in the white now for our eyes, and we'll erase all the bits that we're not wanting. Okay, sweetness. Let's do some cleanup. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's start putting in this adorable kind of. I'm going back to see what I've done with her eyes in the avatar, just because I want to keep it consistent. So we've got a certain kind of shading in here that I want to keep consistent along the whole of the artworks that I do for Crafty, just because, yeah, it's important to be consistent, especially when you're doing multiple artworks for someone that, you know, they're going to be using for their branding. If it's not consistent, then it's not going to work for like people being instantly able to recognize what's going on and whose character that is, kind of thing. So that's the reason why we got to try and keep it as consistent as possible, while scaling down for details. So as you can see, we may not get all of the detail in that we want with this color, and that's okay, but we got to make sure that the other colors get in there as well, so that we can definitely show where pupils are and where highlights are and other things like that. So let's have a look. See, we're going to take this color as well, this darker color, and we're going to take it in on the same layer to really get a pupil. Now you see, we may end up coloring straight over what we just did, but it's more important to get a pupil in here than it is to get a tiny secondary iris color. So we kind of want to make sure that we put it in where it's meant to go, so no one is confused about where she's looking or anything like that, or the angle of her eyes or whatnot. So that kind of matters. So I think we're doing quite well. And now we need this kind of add glow color. Normal is the same color as our eyes. Okay, so we can then put our highlights in another layer with add glow. I'll be back. I'm going to do more of Boxle's builds in Minecraft. That's awesome. Send me links to pictures or whatever. Take some screenshots on Discord and send them to me on Discord. That sounds super fun. So we're gonna add this glow here and her 3 little highlights in here. Same with this one, we're gonna add her glow and her highlights, just because we now know this is kind of what we've got going on. We need to change the angle of her highlights in this this picture, because she's not kind of got the room to do other things. So, but you can still see there's consistency. So yeah, so you can still recognize the eyes from, you know, between the two. Okay, what are we doing now? We should probably add some highlights into them eyes. I'll go up to the highlights layer and we'll add some of those in, because she's gonna need them. Gonna need the highlights for them eyes. So we're gonna just kind of bring them in. Maybe add a couple in here of just kind of like, so we know where the light is, so you can see that her eyes are shiny and open and bright. Yes! I do remember it. It was awesome. I love seeing it when you guys build stuff. Sorry, just had to finish off the bottle of Coke. I am now out of caffeine. But yeah, no, I love seeing what you guys do with the builds and stuff, and all of that jazz. It makes me super happy. So I really do enjoy it. So we're gonna give her a nice shiny eye here with lots of adorable looking highlights. Just because she's super shiny, she's energetic. This is kind of how this goes, you know. When you are super shiny and energetic, you really sparkle and shine, and that's kind of what we're going for. We're also going to add a nice shine here to her lip, just because that's usually always really nice and shiny as well. Good night. Hello of Lord's Games. How's it going? We're doing some artwork now. Nice to see you again. CSK, have a good sleep. Hopefully I'll see you around Discord later. But yeah, so we're getting there. We're almost done. We need to, I'll add some highlights in while we're here. I think the pen sensitivity is just going. on this tablet. It's so old now. But at the same time, it's gonna be pretty epic. Because I'm getting a new one, so we'll be able to kind of remedy that soon, hopefully next week. So how is it? Oh Lords, you're up late. It's like what, 11:23, almost 3.5 hours into the stream, guys. Thank you for going the distance with me. I'm kind of touched and epically grateful to have company while doing some artwork. Okay, so there's definitely going to be some hair highlights required, but we'll see how I did them over at the avatar. Yeah, it was just a couple of strands, and that's going to be pretty awesome. We're not going to be able to do too many on this side, just because it's no light's really going to hit here. But we can do some really interesting strand lights over here, so that'll help a lot with making her hair stand out the way it should. It's night time, everyone's time zone, yet in Europe it's Europe is 5 p.m. Yeah, it's getting late here, which is the reason why most of the Aussies are logging off and getting ready for bed, because it's almost midnight. So we're getting there. Okay, so highlights, ahoy, ahoy hoy. This is actually really a difficult pull for my hand. Okay, we're also going to need to do a bit of a highlight on the top of her leg, just to separate it out from the rest of her body, just because she's got quite a dark Minecraft skin, and the light's going to be hitting her in these places, and then we're going to add the shadows in after this, just so I can keep it. No sleep for this move, because you have to leave at 9 AM and it's 6 AM. Moo, oh my god, you've stayed up all night. Are you serious? Oh my lord. Come on now. You guys stay up so late to check out streams. I can't believe it. It's 6 AM for you. Oh, Moo. What am I ever going to do with you, child? What am I going to do with you? And if I call you child, don't worry, I call everyone child. I'm like, oh, lot of child. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, you guys all kind of stay up late. I'm like, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, I do. I'm just worried about you guys. I think that this is a much too light color. We're gonna have to start again. Let's see what shadow color I used over here. Okay, it's another purple color. That's fine. Let's try it over here now. That's a bit better. Or is it about the same? Oh no, it's a little bit darker. Okay. I don't do this a lot. Once in a while isn't so bad. If you say so, Moo, but just remember, like, this is the reason why I need to poll, so you guys don't do this regularly, if you know what I mean. So you don't kind of stay up a lot. So I can figure out, you know, when you guys are, you know, wanting me to stream and all that sort of stuff. That should probably be priority number 1. I'll definitely make that poll happen. Oh, she said the last 2 times she streamed, but I've streamed in like rapid succession for the last 3 days, so hopefully I'll get all of that done once I've got this wonderful artwork kind of dealt with for Crafty, and then we can talk about streaming and stuff. So we'll give her some shadow, shadow along here, because that's where the shadow is. And we're going to need to shade this entire side of her hair as well, and give her a bit of a, there we go. So I'm being so specific with my words. I'm like, and give her a bit of a thing. I just leave out the word. I'm just I'm so like, I can word, I understand words, it's fine. So we'll give her a bit of a highlight along here, just so the light will hit her there, maybe here too, along this particular part here of her hair. So yeah, but yeah, you guys shouldn't stay up so late. even though I'm up late doing this stuff, and I've got to work tomorrow, but it's needs to be done. Crafty has waited so long and so patiently. I just can't wait to, you know, hand this over to her and say, look, it's yours. Take it. Thank you for putting up with me for so long. Awesome. Okay. Stream health is good. That makes me happy. I'm not doing anything particularly super wrong at the moment. Alright, and we're gonna shade some of her pants or whatever, but it's not like you can really see it since they're quite a dark black colour. But still, it's there and we know it's there, so that's all that really matters. We're going to add some shadow on this side, under here. And there we go. So yes, there are still people watching in stream, so that's good. Just everyone's getting tired, I think. Everyone's getting tired, and I'm trying to be like perky and awake, but I've run out of caffeine, and so this is a terrible time for Boxle. I've run out of caffeine. Oh no. Okay, I need to go in closer because working with this, like at this, there we go. Working at that distance wasn't getting me what I was wanting to do, I suppose. Okay. Still doesn't look right. Yeah, alright. Okay, so we may add another layer of shadow to Crafty as well, just because we want to get some really deep kind of shadows in here, especially under here and on a black top, all the way back here behind her face, and just on her hand like here, just, and then, you know, she's pretty much flat black over here. I can barely tell the difference in colour where we're cutting it so fine. So let me just zoom in here so I can actually see the difference in colour. And yeah, it's past your bedtime, but it's worth staying up for. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad that it's worth staying up for. Though I'm totally getting excited because we're so close to being done, you know, and it's just like, yes, we're so close to being done. That's awesome. And yeah, it's just exciting to see when one of these projects kind of finishes up. In my opinion, just because they always look so different compared to what you thought you were gonna do. So it kind of, yeah, is super interesting to see how people's final pieces turn out compared to their sketches, because this is completely different from the sketch that I sent Crafty. Well, not completely, but you know, the characters and everything are the same, but the background has changed so rapidly and dramatically just by me sitting here and playing around with it, that it's almost a completely completely different ish layout. Like all of the same kind of things are there, but that's saying it's got rocks and things, and I didn't have any of those in the sketch that I sent Crafty. I just kind of sent her the characters, got the approval for that, gave her a general idea of you know, where everything else was going, and that was kind of it. Blushes are multiply, so normal, and then this color. Okay, so Crafty gets big dotty blushies, and we're gonna have to take it down so we know where our skin is, and then we're gonna boink. Alright, so multiply. Yeah, so here we go. Big circle blushies, big circle blushies. Haha, there we go. Adorable circle blushies. Now I'm gonna have to go give those some highlights, because adorables, not highlights this big though, so we're gonna, and we're gonna highlight the top of that one too. Actually, it should be under there, but yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so look, yay, we have a Crafty, and oh, we now just have to do some highlights on the pickaxes, which will be separate to this main highlight layer, because these pickaxes are going behind Crafty's logo. So, well, the words for Crafty's logo, which I may leave out of this, and I may actually go and talk to Crafty about the kind of font that she'd like for these, and everything like that. And you have come alive! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oops. Pics don't go above the line art. Boxle, pics don't go above the line art. So, so yeah, we're gonna give these a couple of highlights. Kind of deal, so that we can, and we're gonna do some shading on these pics a little bit, so that they really look a bit more like metal. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but hopefully we can sort that out. So yeah, it'll be all right. She'll be right, mate. She'll be right. So we're just gonna give these a couple of highlights and whatnot. Just in the wood, maybe a bit smaller than the brush that I've got going on now. I think I just pulled them above the shading layers, which wasn't a good idea. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm not going crazy now. So we did shade these. I'm like, wait, why aren't they shaded? Oh, that's right. I'm a nub cake. That is the reason why they are not shaded, because I am a nub cake. Nub cake. Okay. So here we go. So we've got some lovely pickaxes going on here. Let's make the metal bits stand out a bit more with just a light layer of kind of sheen going on. Just because that's the way that I do metal. If it works, I say. So let's do that. And on the tip of this, and maybe on the tip of this one too. Okay, so we've got something going on. Let's do that. Okay, what else have we got? These little bits that kind of need some brighter areas. Let's just colour them in, give them some variance. Okay, so we have some pickaxes. They're shiny, shiny pickaxes. Okay, so here you go, guys. This is what this now looks like after 3 hours and 40 minutes of detail colouring. We have something resembling a YouTube banner. I hope, Crafty, that you really like it. I haven't begun to do like much of the highlights and everything, but honestly I don't think anything really needs to stand out more other than you guys as characters, which is the reason why you've got highlights on you in the first place. But I'll need to talk to you largely about the kind of text that you want your logo in. So I'll send you a couple of those via DM on Discord, and then I can get you this artwork so that you can put it up on your channel. I'm glad that you love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm going to end this stream here because it is now 11:40 at night and we started at, you know, 8 PM. So I'm super happy with how this turned out. I'm glad Crafty likes it. I hope to see you all in the next stream. Yeah, awesome. Hopefully we'll improve the stream every single time we do it. I'm getting a bit more comfy just sitting here rambling on to myself, and I'll try and get a better playlist of music that'll keep looping rather than just ending in silence when I get a little bit too concentrated on what we're doing. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.